Oh my gosh, that's loud. Okay. Loud in my ears, anyway. Hey! I wanted to at least one time show off the title screen here. Oops. There we go. Misaligned. Welcome back to Super Lesbian Animal RPG. Boy, feels like I've been gone longer than a week, but it's only been 1 week. How's it going, my friends? Yeah, good to see you. Gosh, I've been thinking about this game the whole time I've been away. Not the whole time, but a lot, because I want to play it more. The last time we left off, we got a scene change. We got a perspective change to Verena. And I've got stuff I can talk about, but I think I think this is gonna be dialogue heavy to start, and I'm gonna save my thoughts. You beat a whole wizardry since I've been gone. Wow. Oh gosh. I didn't really solidify all of these voices, did I? Heh, not so killer now, huh, Ray?
This isn't fair, brother. I'm using the inferior third-party controller.
Oh, that voice is tricky.
Should call dibs.
Chavis only made you a few weeks ago. How do you boys already have opinions on these things?
Father created us to be highly knowledgeable, to aid in your conquering of reverie.
I feel like Killer Ray is the most creepy one, and that's why I've done the voice. Uh-huh. I'm sure that all this will be crucial for the mission. You never know. Shouldn't you boys be out on patrol? We are on break, my queen. Oh, okay, cool. I'll have fun. I kind of don't want to keep doing his voice. It just takes a lot of focus. Oh, this guy does have it. This guy does speak. What is the clock guy gonna sound like? I was thinking about adding in some like European accents to vary up the voices, but at least for these critters, maybe I can do something that's kind of like my Javis voice. Oh, hello, mother. I already told you I'm not your mother. You've asked the cow, you've asked the tractor, you've asked the farmer. My goodness, when will you learn? No, I didn't mean it like, look, I'm sorry. I know you're still figuring things out. I just don't want you to get the wrong idea. Aunt, perhaps? Sure, fine. Like the family friend aunt voice. Oh yeah, Brooklyn accent, Jersey accent, Cockney accent. I don't know if I could do a good Cockney accent. I don't know if I could keep it up. Brooklyn, maybe. You can think of Bugs Bunny and get kind of this mixture of Brooklyn and Boston, which supposedly is what he was supposed to be. Jersey accent. I'm not sure I know the Jersey accent, even though I've been there a bunch. Oh yeah, Michigan. Oh hey, don't you know? I was playing a game where I thought, like kind of a Midwestern mom voice, like Dexter's mom from Dexter's Lab would be a pretty good voice for her, but anyway. Yeah, dialogue now, and I'll talk later about that because it's related to my vacation time. Ah, good morning, my queen. Or afternoon, I suppose. I apologize for your current accommodations being so rugged, but I am pleased to report that progress on the palace continues smoothly. It is truly my most magnificent work to date. But please, no peeking just yet. These beast folk are strange, Javis. Did you hear that instead of letting her succumb to mana poisoning, they actually healed Paula, even after fighting her? Oh? Paula, the polar bear? God. Do you get the sense that Javis is the real villain here? Like, Verena seems to be faltering, and Javis is the only one who's just got, like, abject disdain for everything about Reverie and all the people here. Our new recruit? Oh, yes, that one. Am I going to have to get you one of those spinning children's toys that teach you the names of animals? I guarantee that I would not retain that information, my queen. As for the beasts healing our new recruit, probably some sort of trickery to lower our defenses. Or perhaps they wanted to send our disgraced commander back here as a show of power. Perhaps. They also took away the magic you so graciously gave her. That doesn't sound very benevolent to me. Ooh. I'm still not so sure, Javis. Our opposition just isn't what I expected based on past experiences. I would still not underestimate them, my queen, but rest assured, whatever they are scheming, they will be no match for my forces. I'm just making an executive decision that Javis doesn't use contractions. Javis, the point is to let me test their strength. Yes, well, I wouldn't want to waste your time with unworthy challengers. I'll be screening them for you. Well, thank you for the chat, Javis. I'll let you get back to work. I think some fresh air will do me some good. Maybe I'll do a little sightseeing, see how my old haunts are doing. Oh, I'm not sure I would advise that, my queen. I worry that your personal attachments to this place may make this painful. I know. But I think it's time to rip that bandage off. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Wow. We're just in, Mumford. There it's on the screen, and I forgot what the theme was for a second. Well, this place sure wasn't here 1,000 years ago. The technology certainly seems a lot more modern. But is that thanks to my magic, or just the passage of time? It seems as if the life has been completely sucked out of this land with magic, though. How dreadful. Wait, the elves here look different. Why are they? Oh my god. Is magic being used to raise the dead? This is too much. I need to go someplace else. Oh yeah, the national park. Ah, my old gardens. Still as beautiful as ever, but it seems like they've seen better days. If the gardens are in ruins, then... Oh, come on, Verena. If you can't face this, then you're hopeless. Here goes nothing. It's tricky. I'm trying to do the transatlantic without slipping into British. Ooh. Yes. This is it. My old magic school. It really was destroyed. Left in ruins since that day. This is where Xenia... Where? I mean, of course, this is the state it's in. Why did I allow myself to hope otherwise? God, why did I have to come back to this place? What the hell am I doing here? Stupid, Verena, stupid! My queen! I was worried I'd find you here. Oh, I'm so sorry you have to see me like this, Javis. I thought I'd buried this pain deep down centuries ago, but it's all coming back to me like it was yesterday. No need to apologize. Permission to speak freely as a friend? Of course, you know you don't have to ask. You've always been a very giving person, Verena. You gave these people so much, just as you've given me so much. You took me in and allowed me to become your second-in-command. But you've come a long way since that fateful day we found each other in the void. You've grown stronger in spite of it all. I admire that in you. I worry, though, that returning here is making you regress. It's noble of you to want to give this planet a second chance, but these people have done nothing to deserve it. Look around you. Your kindness was wasted on this horrid world. You're right, Javis. I wanted to believe that maybe, just maybe, what I did had improved the world after all, in spite of everything. But it didn't. This world really did just use me and discard me, because I let my guard down. I was soft. I won't make that mistake a second time. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Jarvis. Now come along. We've got preparations to make for the final phase of the plan. Oh, Verena, what happened with Zinnia? Oh, also, I forgot. I've got Zinnia watching over us because I just love that. I love that illustration so much. Look at her, she's just like, "What? What are you up to? Do you need any help? Need any tea? Any dragonberry tea?" Oh, also, when did Faith get here? Oh, Zinnia. If anybody should have the Midwestern mom voice, it probably should be Zinnia, but I kind of already settled on the other one that I did. So, now that we're all here and we've had time to clear our heads, what's this idea you had? Okay. I don't know that these make much of a difference, but I'll do this. 1. Well, Claire and I got to talking about Verena, and something seems off. Think about it, Verena had Greenridge. Her side had already won and she let us go. There were no casualties, they took no prisoners. All that effort and they just left. Why? It seemed like they just It seemed like they just did that to toy with us. This is all some big test, remember? That's what she said, but that doesn't sound anything like the Verena that Zinnia told us about. You think Verena has other motives? We can sit here and debate Verena's motives all day, but where exactly are we going with this? This might sound crazy, but what if we were the ones to face Verena? But instead of fighting her, we just tried talking to her. You know, talk a few times and dodge her attacks and do a mercy at the very end at just the right timing? You know, she did have some valid points back there about the damage people have done with magic. It sounds like she just wants to clean up the environment and stuff. There's common ground there. Exactly. After everything we've learned, I don't think she's out to cause harm for harm's sake. Javis and his goons have been a total menace, though, and they're taking orders from Verena. I know, maybe I'm being naive, but I think the Verena who bettered all our lives with a single act of kindness is still in there. I sense good in her, Obi-Wan. We can save her. Okay, I hope it doesn't end up like the end of Return of the Jedi. That'd be pretty sad. Zinnia knows her better than any of us, and she said that something bad happened that would explain why she feels this way. Zinnia, are you sure you can't tell us more? Believe me, I didn't even think about the voice first time. Believe me, I would say it would only complicate things further. You're better off not knowing. Oh, that's always bad. That's never true. That's never true ever. Except, sorry, that's never true when it's in like these situations. Sometimes it's better off not knowing certain things, like, I won't even say, but I can think of some things that are better off not knowing, and I'll keep them to myself. Regardless, sometimes people who have been hurt don't think they have a lot of options and they need someone to reach out to them. If we do that, maybe she'll see that there's no reason for us to be fighting in the first place. It sounds like a certain manga protagonist turn heel, kind of infamously, and if you know who I'm talking about, maybe don't say it, because I believe it's a spoiler, and a lot of people say that it's a good manga, even though the ending is really horrible, horrific. Zinnia, your take? I don't know what's happened to Verena since the incident. A lot can change in 1,000 years, and I don't know why she's working with people like Javis and Paula. But I'd like to believe that she's still the same Verena I knew. I support this plan. Still, I don't know if you can avoid a fight. There's a whole army standing between you and Verena. Well, if it's a fight they want, it's a fight they'll get. We aren't going to rush headfirst into their base, Faith. We've got a few days. We'll keep training, and we'll find the best gear we can. If we go in prepared, I think we stand the best chance of ending this. Cody? Maybe my word doesn't mean much to you at this point, but I trust their judgment on this, and I'm going to keep them safe. Well, it sounds like we've got a plan then. Claire, as Guardian of Greenwich, I give you my blessing. Hey, what did you do, Faith? Wait, did she say as Guardian? Like, not a Guardian. Oh, because Claire leads the group, right? Technically, she's in charge? I forget. I just hope this hunch you have about Verena is correct. That seems like a nice acknowledgement, calling her Guardian just straight up. Oh. Before you go, I've got a few gifts for you that will help you with a task ahead. I was gonna say at hand. This is kind of the same. First for Melody. I've trained many spellcasters over the years, so believe me when I say I know a talented healer when I see one. Oh, this almost feels like the Wizard of Oz. For you, a diploma. Brains are not something that you have, they're something you develop and earn. And for you, the Tin Man, a heart. It's just a clock, it's you. It turns out you had a heart all along, but this will remind you that you do have a ticking heart in your chest somewhere. However, it seems like you have a lot on your plate. One of my signature spells should help clear your mind a bit in battle. Melody has learned Dragon's Cure. This spell consolidates your status, restoring spells like Herbal Cure and Purify into one spell. You got brains for something you eat? Oh, don't eat the brains. What is it? Is it carbs? Carbs are like brain fuel or something? That might be wrong. I feel like I heard that somewhere once. Oh wow, thank you so much, Zinnia. But please, Mamaranthe, don't eat the brains. Don't eat them. I also want to give you this key. It will let you reach Verena on the tallest mountain on the island. Ah, the dragon key for all those doors. I knew it. As soon as Zinnia pulled out the staff. Yeah, there you go. As if she had to tell us. Like, I think we, but it's fair. I think we would remember. It opens some other specially marked doors where I've stashed items in case of an emergency too. You'll find those all over. One door in particular guards something helpful for reaching new areas around the island. Are we gonna get an airship? Probably not, but I can dream. Seriously, we can't thank you enough for all your help here, Zinnia. Are you sure there isn't anything we can do to return the favor? Oh, I'm just doing my job, dear. Now, if you want to train, then I suggest you seek out more experience in the field. I'm sure there are people all over the Sapphire Islands who could use your help in a time like this. If you want more training from me, though, feel free to talk to me anytime. I've got a little extra credit assignment for you if you're interested. But that's entirely up to you. For now, class dismissed. A final battle has been added to the quest log. Oh, is this like... Are we in like kind of endgame territory? Like we could just go straight there? Travel north to the Uncanny Valley. Yeah, wow. Alright, well. That's quite awkward. This is like the part... Oh, I forgot about we can't walk over the quilt. This is like the part of the adventure where the world opens up, and you could finish the game if you wanted to, but the world opens up and you're kind of meant to keep going. Okay, I'm gonna save just because I'm worried. I'm worried that like saving in Verena's, you know, side story is like weird, and I don't want it to corrupt anything. I don't think it will, but it feels weird. But anyway, yeah, I was thinking, I have all these thoughts and possible predictions for how things like might turn out, but I want to keep them to myself because I realized if I'm wrong, then I'm just wrong and I've kind of wasted everybody's... I've kind of like misdirected our thoughts and energies, but then if I'm right, then it's basically the same as a spoiler, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. Just feeling like, feeling recently about that particular manga I was mentioned, whose anime I think is ongoing, and I'd rather not name it because just having talked about like the controversial ending is this huge spoiler, and I don't know the manga really. I've only heard about, you know, the main guy letting his trauma get to him and drive him to do horrible things, horrible, unforgivable things. And hopefully if Verena really is... Verena seems to be just acting off of her trauma in a similar way, but hoping that we can turn that around, like Melody hopes. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of 3DS over the vacation, because I brought it with me. It's like the most I've played... It's like the most I've played my 3DS in a long time. Oh, they all turn back to normal. Aww. Kill him. Kill him. They're so cute. I don't want to do it. They also don't give a lot of XP because they're beginning of the game enemies. Oh, excuse me. Oh, they have some like fudge and mint thing that's making me kind of burpy. A fashion expert badge. Wow, look at that F. You could put that on a violin body. So what, is that a charm? But yeah, I've been playing a lot. Well, that's the way to equip almost every piece of gear, regardless of class. Oh. Okay, that seems... I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, the main game question, it's infamous for how it ends. Because it's, like, really... I think people with... It seems like anyone with sense would realize that it's horrible and horrific and it's supposed to be. But the guy basically... He uses all of his skill and, like, power that he's earned to destroy the world. He, like, kills everybody except for, like, his few friends. And it's, like, horrific. And it's kind of hard to believe, but, like, I guess... I don't know. I was thinking of it because Verena seems to be driven by her trauma in the same way that this guy is, because he lost... he had to, like, witness the horrific deaths of family. And, like... That's, like, trauma is hard. You gotta... Like, you can't recover from that on your own. You need help. But one of the things is that this guy keeps saying that he had no choice. And that kind of bugs people. Understandably. As it should. Why am I going all the way back here anyway? I didn't mean to do that. And I never found the frickin'... Never found out where to put the critter. We've still got this critter in our key items. Return to its home for its reward. I don't know where its home is. It might not even be I assumed it was somebody's pet, but it might not be. It might be someone else. Anyway. But I was playing my 3DS a lot, and I got really into Pokemon Art Academy. Especially when they kind of took off the training wheels and you're meant to draw with construction shapes instead of just tracing the line art. That was really cool, although left to my own devices having to, you know, draw from construction shapes, I realized that, like, oh shit, there's still some corruption here. We didn't get rid of all of it. But having to draw without the lines to trace, some of my, like, I drew Lugia and the mouth didn't look quite as, you know, intimidating roar as I wanted it to. It looked more like it's going kind of like, what? What's going on? What's this big storm in the background? But generally pretty fun. And also this kind of unknown Game Freak game called Pocket Card Jockey, where you play solitaire to race horses. Like, within the fiction, your ability at playing solitaire is how, like, you play a jockey who's bad, who's, like, not very good, who's a bad jockey, but gets kicked from a horse and dies, and an angel comes back to brings her back to life, or them, I should say, because you can be either or, and says, like, well, I'll bring him back to life, but on the condition that you gotta win the derby. And it's like, well, I'm not really good at horse riding. But it's like, well, what are you good at? I'm like, I'm good at solitaire. It's like, all right, your ability at solitaire will allow you will be as good a horse rider as you are a solitaire player, and you just play solitaire and ride horses. And it's addictive, I would say, and also frustrating because there's so much RNG. Oh yeah, you think you figured out the manga? Yeah. I'm not going to talk about it much more because, again, I haven't read it and I don't really know it. I feel like I dodged a bullet the way I hear about it, though. I'll stick with Full Metal Alchemist and, like, Yu Yu Hakusho and other stuff. Hey, I didn't get a chance to thank you guys for your help the other day. Oh, don't sweat it, Red. Really, though that attack was something else. Wait, really, though? Or really, comma... Really, though that attack was something else. I guess. Where would you say it ranks on the scale of emergencies you've dealt with? Well, somehow nobody died, so I can't say it was the worst disaster we've ever seen. But in terms of pure chaos, I've never seen anything like that. Knowing that the goddess of magic herself was involved sure goes a long way to explaining how the hell that was possible. Not that that makes anything simpler, but hey, it's not my job to answer those questions. Right now, my job is just to keep an eye on the force field. Yeah, about that. Isn't there supposed to be a big bubble around the town? I don't see it. Oh, it's there. It's just invisible. It keeps people and monsters alike from panicking. And also tuned so that certain people like us can pass through. So you're free to head off into the park. You know, not like the Simpsons movie. That would have been a really bad idea. How convenient. Well, take care, Rhett. Oh, does the manga have a terrible human being as an author? I don't know, maybe? I don't remember, I didn't hear much about the author. But now that you say that, I feel like I did hear something about that somewhere. I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm gonna say that I don't know. I'll give you another hint if you do want it, which is that I believe the anime has not concluded yet, so there's still hope that they change the ending for the better. They do something different. Although, you know, anime, when the manga is actually finished, anime tends to be pretty, what's the word? Pretty faithful to a fault. Oh, here we go, the Ember Woods. Oh, there is a door up here. Okay, let's go find the door. Weirdly enough, this reminds me of a Dragon Ball Z game that you can only go through certain doors with certain characters at a given level. And so you find yourself backtracking very late in the game to find the that Vegeta level 45 door or whatever that you wanted to go through, that you remember seeing at the beginning of the game. Oh right, there's a map shortcut. Was it Q? Yeah, there we go. Oh right, I've gone the wrong way. You gotta go up past the lookout tower. But anyway. Oh yeah, I can say, actually, I guess this won't spoil anything unless you go watch it. I watched Super Eye Patch Wolf's most recent video. Oh no, wait, it wasn't Super Eye Patch Wolf. I get so confused, because a lot of what I've learned about anime from Super Eye Patch Wolf videos, or rather anime that I haven't watched. This is actually an FD Signifier video about anime and why men, particularly young men and boys, are attracted to anime. So yeah, he did a video recently that covers the problems with this particular manga, and also weirdly enough, suggests Berserk as an example of how somebody with trauma can heal and become better, which is not something I've heard about Berserk before. Granted, that one apparently that one starts very heavy. Oh, is this special? This might be special. Not a fan of Berserk. I know that the most that I've heard about it is that there's a lot of disturbing stuff. I was never really gonna read it because I've heard about the distressing content that is in there. Anyway, gonna open up his chest. Instructions for a spell. Melody has learned Bloom. Cool. She now makes bridge flowers bloom. Oh. Finally! We've been seeing those flowers in bodies of water all over the place for days. No suspiciously placed plant can stand in our way now. Yeah. Bloom. Yay! Oh, I've been waiting. I was hoping we would finally get to do these. Ah, excuse me. I'm all stuffly. Oh, there's corruption here even. Oh, right, and this part of the map is question mark? Oh, hey, look at that, an astral plane door. Suspiciously placed. You're identifying yourself? Oh, wait. Oh, we get 2 warps now. Nice. You're identifying yourself, Cynthia, as a suspiciously placed plant. Don't worry, I won't use Bloom unprovoked if I run into you on your stream. We found another critter? Where do these critters go? Oh, the poor thing. We'd better find a place for this little guy to stay. The heck? The hexicle? Oh, it's the cool snake. I remember, what's her name? The mouse from the library taking issue with Allison calling it a cool snake. There's absolutely nothing cool about this snake. It's like, what are you talking about? This snake is super cool. Look at him. Look at that sneaker. The only thing he's missing is a blunt. Cool. We'll come back to this one. I'm not ready to step into a corruption dungeon just yet. Oh, well, that's right. It's got that, the like angular S. Yeah, that like everybody doodles in their composition notebooks in high school. I remember that. Oh, wait. Do we put the rabbit on a stump? Is that what we do? No? I'd like to figure it out on my own, where the critters go. Oh, a platinum loot scooter. Okay, we gotta... We gotta, like, really go big on this one. You know, let's do kisses all around. We can kiss again! Finally! Melody and Allison can kiss again. I was gonna say Madeline. Like I'm still stuck on Celeste somehow. It's because I've been playing the Celeste soundtrack a lot. Oh, I just noticed. They have blue lips for Faith because she actually has different colored lipstick. That's cute. Right jab. Get him in the eyes. For platinum. Does magic even do all that much against platinum? I wonder. Ooh, it's weak to a right jab. It's normal to frost. It's burned. Oh cool, we can do a gust on it. Beating up innocent snails and taking their lunch money. I mean, you know. Oops, wait. You know, how else are we gonna get our lunch money? No, nobody's gonna give it to us. The Platypede channel does not endorse the actions of the Superstar Bunch. Wait, what did they call themselves? Oh crap, it's not in here? Oh, weird. They have a name for their group, and I forget what it is. Okay, I guess we're going to the corruption dungeon. Oh, it's not here. I don't think we even got anything much from that snail, did we? I wasn't paying attention. Showing my disregard for monsters, for wild monsters. Oh, rematch Paula with the green! The most valuable form of the loot scooter. As before, defeat them before they escape to claim your reward. It's only 1,000 gold? What does a regular loot scooter have? Loot scooter or the recursive loot scooter? Oh, 250. I guess it is less. Okay. 1,000 just doesn't feel like a lot of money because I've not been spending it on much. A short while ago. Oh. Personally, I was going for something more... Ah, hello, boys. What brings you here?
Father, we are bored.
Very. Yep. Dot, dot, dot. My queen, do you think now is the time? I think it is. Our guests of honor have yet to RSVP. Let's bring a bit of the party to them. Oops, did I disconnect? It says I disconnected from chat. Are we okay? Weird. Do you remember where your targets are located, boys?
Yes, Father.
Excellent. Go make me proud, boys. Okay, I guess the chat just disconnected OBS, but the bitrate didn't change. I thought they were supposed to wait for us. I guess they got tired of waiting, like Paula before them. I mean, ultimately, if we stop Verena, that will resolve everything, right? But I bet whoever's in here had some pretty good loot. Sons of Javis has been added to the quest log. Oh, great. I'm not totally on board with that yet. Okay, but we know what that is. I want to get these other doors. I want to get these other mystery doors first. Like, we gotta go back in the basement. We gotta go in the basement of the Guardian's Tower. Because I'm hoping we get something cool like an airship or some kind of, like, boat. Kind of big boat. Oh, look at that videotape icon. Oh, wait. Are these actually... Oh, no. This one's marked with 5 stars for some reason. Anyway. What was I looking for? Oh, here we go. I was gonna look at the wasteland. Oh, I thought there was a... I thought there was one of Zinnia's doors here, but I don't see one. I guess not. Yeah. Although, I should probably go there at some point to... chat with, I feel like we should chat with Allison's mom, see what she has to say. Maybe she has something to say about all this. Oh, we should go back into the Greenridge Forest. The Sapphire Coast. Yeah, we got that Zinnia Dragon Door. And then we just have this one in basement level 1. Which is kind of annoying to get to. We have to go a long way around to get there. But I have a feeling it'll be good. Oh wait, maybe all these rabbit critters will wake up the night if we get enough of them? You call him the Dream Knight. Maybe she'll take the critters? Oh, who? Zinnia? Oh, you mean Allison's mom? Oh, yeah. Maybe. Also, what door is this? Oh, Zinnia's warp. I forgot. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. It just, that looked like the ruins north of Zinnia's house. I was like, why would we have a warp to that? But that makes sense. Wait, where was I gonna go? Come on, think. You know what? Let's go to Mumford, and we'll see. Huh? Sounds like everyone's gathered in the middle of town. Oh. Everywhere we go, something's happening. Oh, right. I gotta get in the right headspace for Neff's voice. Come on, aren't you guys curious? Even a little? Nah. Oh, what was Fanta's voice? I don't even remember. I mean, I am, but... But what? Well, Neff, I'm just not sure exactly what you reckon you're gonna find in there. Nothing good, that's for sure. Ugh, you guys are unbelievable. The perfect opportunity to get some answers falls into our laps and you just want to throw it away. Doesn't it eat away at you constantly? I'm fine with my life the way it is. Oh, they're gonna find some secret about why they were revived from the dead. Don't need to complicate it by worrying about the past. I couldn't have said it any better myself, crud. Fine, be that way. I didn't need your help anyway, selfish Dex. Language, Neff. Sorry, is now a bad time? What exactly do you need help with? I didn't really get the accent there. Forgot it, I've already asked enough of you. You're probably still busy dealing with Jarvis anyway. Hey, come on, Neff. It's our job to help people in need. If it's something that involves fighting, now's the perfect time, actually. Allison's right. We're looking for extra training anywhere we can get it. Okay. Out in the desert, there's a dangerous place we call the Crypt. It's where we first woke up. Pepsi and I want to get in there and see if we can find any information about where we came from. We? You mean the undead? Yes. I don't understand. Nope. I don't know how much you've heard from the others, but none of us can remember where we came from. We don't remember our old lives, even if we had them. We just got woken up one day in a strange place full of broken machines and dude, God knows what. Since that sucks to think about, most of us have decided to take comfort in simpler narratives. Crypt of the Necrodancer, maybe. Gosh, I want to stream that game at some point. I bought it ages ago and I didn't really play it for very long, but I like it. I love a good rhythm game. Being an archetype. I guess everyone kind of does that to an extent, but most people just don't say they're cowboys. I've never been satisfied with that, though. There has to be some meaning behind all this. People don't get raised from the dead every day. I mean, I don't know if it's a good reason, but there has to be a reason why we're here. Problem is, the crypt has always been too dangerous for me to investigate. It's big, and who knows how many feral bots are in there. But Epsi and I figured, Amelia's back in town, and now we can get help from you guys too. If we rally the troops, we can face whatever's lurking in there. Except, of course, none of my neighbors are interested. They don't even want to know. But everyone can't resist a mystery like this. What about my mom? She knows the crypt better than anyone, and she told me she's down if I can get a group together. That'll make this, interesting for me. But I guess now's my chance to show my mom what I can do. That's the spirit? Is it? I think part of how my brain is broken by media is that whenever anybody says that's the spirit, all I can think about now is Rocket Power and the guy in the top hat who just... I think it's just one episode. He appears out of nowhere to go, oh, that's the spirit, and he tips his hat. I think it was the, like, sandcastle competition one. Something like that. That's the spirit, Nefertiti. Or Neff. Maybe it's just Neff. Well, we're ready when you are, Neff. Man, now I really gonna owe you guys. You should probably talk to Amelia at the end first. She's the one who knows how to get in. The crypt has been added to the quest log. I just like to read those notifications because I get to do that voice, and I haven't got to do the narrator voice very much. And the cactus lady. Hi, Addison. What brings you and your friends back to Mumford? You know, no biggie. Just helping Neff get into this crypt we've heard so much about. Wait, really? That's no small feat, you know. But I guess I'd expect no less from you, Addison. Yeah, I mean, I could probably handle it on my own, but reel back in, dear. But anyway, Neff said you'd know how to get into the crypt. Well, the first step would be unlocking the front door. Then you gotta boot up Steam and load into Crypt of the Necrodancer. Or if you got a Nintendo Switch, that could work too. Or whatever your preferred platform is. There's a gem that acts as a key to get in. I hid it in an abandoned facility in the northwest corner of the wasteland. She must mean the building that got turned into the neon labyrinth. Why'd you hide the key? Because the crypt is crawling with the most dangerous bots in the desert. I couldn't handle it alone when I found it years ago. With a team like this, though, we might just be able to make it through. I'll tell you more when we get there. Just go grab that key and I'll meet you at the entrance to the crypt in the northeast corner of the desert. Oh, that's what that little spot is on the map, isn't it? There it is. Way up in the corner. I noticed that and I thought, have we been there before? And I think we have not. Oh, right. But I want to see if she wants to take these critters. I don't think... Yeah, she didn't take them before, so I think it's somebody or somewhere else. It might be that rabbit knight. The dream knight. Maybe he comes back. I'm thinking the Dream Night, excuse me, is either a major story moment or they wake up before the ending for this reason. I don't know. I think it must be they must be a major story moment because they're here in the astral plane, which is super important. So I don't know. I don't know where the critters belong, but we've got 2 of them now. We've got 2 of them, and I will find it. I will find the critters' home. Which I would like to be able to find it. Yeah, I might be able to make it. Yeah. Yeah, Amelia's busy. Amelia's a busy lady. Oh right, we go back to Green Ranch. I'm gonna see what that other door is. I gotta know. Can you show me what's behind Zinnia's door in the basement of the Guardian's Tower? Which I think we can't get to from here. Can't get that from here. We gotta go through Allison's basement. There we go. Boom, bam, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I gotta wonder, finding this part of the dungeon earlier in the game is like a secret. So I gotta wonder how the game changes to accommodate you if you didn't know about it. Like, I bet Claire says something about like, she probably says something about like, hey, I know you know, there's part of the dungeon, like, I don't know if you noticed, but part of the dungeon, like, wall was kind of funky in this one place. And, they fixed the elevator? Oh, whoops. Oh, I didn't even have to come down here, because the elevator works now. Okay. Library. Okay. She doesn't care. Hell yes. Okay. Oh, you looked up the curse? Thanks, my friend. Yeah. Don't tell me unless... Actually, you know what? Instead of telling me how to get there, can you tell me if it's something that I can do yet? I think that's all I want to know. If I can do it yet, then, that's basically the only part that I want to know about. But I'd like to figure it out, on my own. Basement 3. No, that's not right. What? Basement 2. Okay, I can talk to them already. Okay. I have an idea. So, after I figure out how to navigate here. Oh wait, I just have to go north. Okay. I remember. All right. Thanks. That's all I wanted to know, really. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I love that they still have the music here. This is so spooky. Am I not on the... Oh, I'm in the basement. What? Duh. Okay, back to the library. The library level. I just want to bypass these monsters because they're going to waste time more than anything else. But there's all those, you know, Dan Gur's dungeons we can go into. If we really just want to level up. I kind of feel like getting more gear is going to be more handy. Depending on what we can find. Gosh, in a weird way, it feels weird having all these places still unlocked. Oh, Monsters Cry being called a waste of time. No, I didn't mean that. I don't mean it. I mean that the monsters are gonna... there's no saving that. Okay, what do we got? Dual-wield pendant. Oh, you can, like, 2 one weapon in each hand? Oh, Allison. I know who gets that pendant. Okay, I wonder where this extra special door is that Zinni was talking about then. For when you just want to smash stuff, replaces the spellbook slot with an extra weapon slot. Huh. I kind of want to give this to Allison so she can just do double weapons. 3,000 is the amount of 3 platinum loot scooters. Yeah, and we got it all from one chest. You know what? I'm gonna keep her with the. I kind of like her having the spellbook, even though I think she has the lowest mana. Oh no, Jody has the lowest mana. Maybe I should give it to Jody. I don't know. Removing a spellbook feels like a lot. What does she have? She has the Bard. I almost feel like Geomancer makes more sense for Jody, but anyway. Okay. We got all the doors that I know about. There must be some other ones. Maybe there is one in the desert, and I just don't remember. In the wasteland. Because it's possible that... I'm trying to think. It's possible that there's one in the labyrinth, but I don't know what that's going to look like now. Now that we've broken the computer. Surely the labyrinth would not look the same. Let me check the maps that I got. Got treasure map. It's weird, there's like this... I guess the Amber Woods fill in the gap over on the right side of this? No, actually, that doesn't make sense. Because Greenwoods leads over the Amber Woods in the north. So look at this Sapphire Coast thing. That island on the right has, or should have, more going on it, right? Weird. Oh, I know the other thing. We gotta go over to the northwest there. We gotta go see about this stuff. And I'm gonna go talk to the... I'm gonna go talk to the Forest Ranger, because I think they might know what to do with the critter. I was thinking about it before, and I realized I hadn't talked to them. Can I ask who your favorite character is? I'm probably... I think maybe... I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, it's another critter. Why? Why are you putting this burden on me? Dang it. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out where the critters belong. Who my favorite character is? It's hard to say. Jody's my favorite character to do her voice. Because for some reason... Jody's voice just comes real easy. I don't know why, but I can just talk like Jody all day long, all day and night, forever and ever. Never have to stop. She feels like a very aspirational character as well, because she's just got her whole... Maybe she doesn't have her whole life together, but she's very wholesome, and I like that about her, but... I don't know if she's my favorite. Gosh. I don't know. I'm bad at picking favorites. I feel like I associate a little bit with each of the 4 main cast as well. So maybe one of them is my favorite, if I had to pick. I like Allison a lot. Just gives no shits. All kicks. Too many good characters, yeah. They give a lot of time to each of them. Thinking of anime, it was something I liked about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is that all the characters got all their got a lot of their time ultimately. Like basically the way the manga is written. This was circumstances. Oh, it's special, but how? We even asked by Faith not to say too much, but we're taking care of it. Well, I sure hope so. Okay, it's not you. We could talk to the plant elemental, see what they have to say. I forget if we learned their pronouns from the cactus elemental in Greenridge, or in Mumford. Oh wait, are they not even here? We were just here and I don't think I saw them. Are they gone? Where'd they go? Hello? Oh, weird. They were here before. We got another one of these heart trees, which feels like they're important. I don't know. Maybe somebody in here. Plant Never into is your favorite character is the plant elemental, or you just associate with them? Let's see. Trying to think of who else we could talk to. I guess people back in Greenridge or the Wasteland. Oh, that's right, you are a plant. I forgot. I've seen your VTuber avatar before. How could I forget? You were wiggling in the cactuses in the Wasteland. Okay, I'm gonna go ask around Mumford. I feel like maybe somebody in Mumford knows. Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, maybe I haven't taught... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna spend my time... Before the midstream break, which is in a few minutes, I'm gonna ask around Mumford. Greenridge first and then Mumford. We talked to Rhett already. Maybe lady in here? Maybe buff lady with the helmet tiara? Holly, that's right. Hey, Melody. Seems like you're in a high spirits. I guess I am. Is that weird, given the circumstances? Not at all. You've got a mission, a purpose. I feel the same way before a lot of big jobs. I mean, it's normal to be nervous, too. I know I'd be nervous in your shoes. Not like I've ever done anything like facing the goddess of magic. But I know you've got what it takes for this, Melody. We'll all be rooting for you from here in Greenridge. Just like to say that we're all... Good luck, and we're all counting on you. I wish I could do like a Leslie Nielsen impression, because he has so many great lines. Thank you, Holly. Okay. Does she say anything else? No. So it's not Holly. We found a critter very early in the game, so I think it's gotta be somebody here in Greenridge, but I don't know who. Hey, Faith? The Hunt and Peck Doggo. Hey, Faith. Oh, you seem kind of stressed. You still seem kind of stressed. Do I? Honey, it's gonna be okay. Claire and Melody have a plan, remember? I know. I'm only trying my hardest to trust that it will work. I don't want any personal attachments to cloud my judgment. That leads to the dark side. You've come a very long way. But it's more than that. Even if you do pull this off, I have no idea what will happen afterwards. Even setting Verena aside, Town Hall is not happy about how many unilateral decisions I've been making with my first big emergency. I mean, what choice did you have? It's not like the mayor has a contingency plan for facing the goddess of magic. Who is the mayor of town, anyway? Have we met the mayor? I don't know if we have. I know, but still. Not to mention I've got a mountain of paperwork to fill out and a whole town that's still on edge. And I probably left my stove on and... Okay, that does it. You're taking a break. I'll carry you out of here myself if I have to. Now it's not a good time, dear. It's never gonna be a good time. Come on, let's go have some fun, just for the afternoon. Everyone else can keep an eye on things here. I know it's your job to look out for Greenridge, but it's my job as a girlfriend to look out for you. And you're running on fumes. Oh, we get a Jody and Faith date now. Naturally, we have 3 lesbian couples tied to the main cast, and we've had a date with each of them. Except for this one. We can have a beach day. Come on, I know you like seeing me in a swimsuit. Okay, now you're not playing fair. But very well, if you insist. Are you ready to head straight to the beach? Yes, except that it's time for the midstream break. It's not strictly middle of the stream tonight because I'm doing an extra hour, but every hour on the hour I'm going to take a break. And don't worry, Zinnia's going to be watching over everything and then while I'm stepping out. So enjoy the music and feel free to take your break yourself. Go get some water or snack or just get up and stretch, which is what I'm going to do. And maybe blow my nose because I'm stuffy and I've got to do all this dialogue reading. So I'll be right back with y'all in a jiffy. All right, I'm back. I don't know how long I was gone. I used to do like a 5-minute break, but having to stick to that was pretty hard. Anyway, what a weird surprise. Oh, I'm gonna change the stream title because Jody's taking Faith on a date. Let's go. Yeah, let's go get you some R&R. Oh, look at that cute. Jody's outfit almost looks like exercise gear. And Faith's got a big hat that she has to like cut in the middle for her horn. Oh my gosh, I've been away for a whole week? What happened? Has my stream been running for that long? Oh my god. I'll never be able to upload this to YouTube. Anyway. Oh, Jody looks like she let her hair down too. It's not a braid anymore. Look at all that. So much artwork going into this game. Holy crap. Sprite work especially. It really is. Yeah, look at that. I can't tell if the... She's got gaps for her ears to come through the hat, but like, how is it going around her horn? I can't really tell. Maybe it's going over the horn. I don't know. Doesn't really keep the sun out of her face, I guess. Sweetheart, we just did this last weekend. It's been a very, very long week. Wait, did we forget the flood? The food? Not flood. Sorry. We're at the beach, I'm thinking about water. Did we forget the food? I can head back to town and get it. Or we could just conjure something. That usually goes better than my attempts at cooking. No need. I'm gonna catch us dinner right here. Barehanded, I presume? You know it. Oh, Jody's gonna go catfishing. Wait, do they even have catfish or freshwater fish? What am I talking about? Because you know you can't. If you go catching a catfish, you like put your hand in the water and they bite it and you pull them up, or whatever. I've never done it, but I've seen it. Oh, dinner and a show. Oh, look at that sly little sprite. All right, Jody is indeed a cat. You really know how to treat a lady, Jody. Now let's see. Surely there's a good fish around here somewhere. Oh, all right. Sparklies. And there's a fish. Do we go for the sparklies? That one looks pretty decent. I can always try trying a bigger fish, though. This is the way back to town. I better not leave Faith alone out here. Oh, right. I thought there was more beach to explore. Ooh, that one is big. Wow, look at the size of this one. Seems like a worthy challenge. Yeah. I am the beach. Oh, a big axe fish. Monster Hunter, eat your heart out. Should we do a boulder? Boulder! Counterattack knights. Faith joined in. Need a hand? You know I never turned down a team up with the Guardian Greenridge. Oh, hang on, her portrait changed back. Their portraits changed for fighting. They got changed for fighting, I guess. Wait. Oh, wait, can they... Oh, she still has to summon Faith to kiss her with magic. That seems... He can't do everything. Oh, multi-barrier. Oh, geyser. Cast a geyser. Anyway. I was actually thinking about doing... Ooh, nice. Mana bomb. I was thinking about doing like a... I would love to do a 3DS stream at some point, playing all my 3DS games. Naturally. There's a problem with 3DS capture, which is that you, I would have to get like a new webcam, because for some reason my old webcam just does not work anymore. And I don't know why. When I hook it up to OBS, it's all jittery and like... And it like, I don't know, it's all hitches and jitters and weird stuff. Is really bad, which sucks because it should work. I think it's just that like there aren't any new drivers and like there's something weird about there's got to be something weird about how the like new software works or whatever. It's very dumb. I don't like it. Because I've had that webcam for years and it's always worked well, but now I have to get a new one. If I want to do 3DS anyway. Oh, Faith is at max level. Wait, really? Looks like all that practice have paid off, Jody. Alright. Quite the haul we got here. Got a bestiary entry. We sent that all the way back to Mona. I remembered her name, Mona the Mouse. Right on. Thanks for the help, sweetheart. Here, I'll patch us up. Feed empty restored. You think that'll be enough fish? More. Why stop now, right? We're having fun fishing, so let's try to catch another. I think your definition of fishing is a bit broad, dear. But I certainly won't complain about another chance to team up with a great knight at Jody Caldwell herself. I forgot her last name is Caldwell. Isn't there some famous character named Caldwell? I was gonna say, Life is Strange, but that's Caulfield. That's not Caldwell. Max Caulfield. And then we catch this other fish, a regular axe fish. We're gonna catch the regular axe fish. Bazoom. Baspinga. Spubinga taunts. Over here, dummy. Yeah, I was thinking about it because, like, I don't know what I would play exactly. Oh, I do know, actually. I spent a lot of time at figuring out how to get the English patched version of the Japanese version of Monster Hunter Stories running on my 3DS. Because that version, I played Monster Hunter Stories like 1.5 times already, basically. And, Stories, the Japanese one has a lot more monsters than the English one. Like, for some reason, when they translated it over, they didn't carry over all the monsters. And I wanted to play the Japanese one. If I was going to play either version on stream, I'd pick the Japanese one. The only thing that's a downer is that the Japanese one, I guess the English patch was made before the English localization, the official one. So, like, the chief of your starting village in the English official one has... he rhymes all the time with all of his dialogue, but he doesn't in the Japanese version. That's kind of a bummer. They also have a bunch of different place names and character names, which would be a little confusing. But I know the game pretty well because I've played it enough. I don't know, it'd be fun. And then that's more chance to do character voices, of course. Right on. Thanks for the help, sweetheart. Here, I'll patch us up. I gotta remember, Jody is like Georgia, Alabama, and Faith is Texas. And it's an important distinction. Well, that should be plenty. Let's get to grilling. I also made Faith deeper pitch so that I don't accidentally sound like the same. Hey, I've got an idea. You wanted me to give you some cooking pointers, right? I don't know if that's such a good idea, dear. No time like the present. But you worked so hard to make this a nice day for me. I don't want to sour it by ruining the food. It'll be fine. Fine. I'll guide you step by step. If you make any mistakes, I'll be right there to help. Well, if you insist. I just can't get past, like, Jody's fashion sense. I don't know why. Something about, like, she brings this whole ensemble together somehow. And big bangles for some reason. I guess they were never going to go swimming, huh? This is just a beach. This is like one of those on the beach days. Maybe Jody was going to go swimming. Okay, it's on the grill. So far, so... Oh, I'm glad we caught 2 fish. Alright, don't panic. We've got more right... What the hell? Oh my god. And the giant ice sprite. Look at Faith. That's amazing. Okay, I'll admit I'm a bad cook, but this is not normal. This must be the work of magic, right? Maybe? Maybe Javis tracked us here and is messing with us again. Method man with us again. Faith? Why limit it to him? Lord knows I've already made countless enemies as a guardian. Who knows how many of them could have put some kind of cooking curse on me as an act of revenge. Faith? I'll probably have to go on a wild goose chase trying to track down whoever did this and... Faith! What? You're off the clock, remember? Forget about work. Sorry. Don't worry about the food. It's my fault for pressuring you into it. Now, as we both know, I'm no magic expert, but Claire says that magic is influenced by emotions. Do you think that maybe this stress could have caused the fires? Yes, probably. Come on, let's have a seat. Jody looks really uncomfortable, but I guess it's just her expression. I'm sorry, Jody. You dragged me out here to try to make me relax, but I don't know if that's going to work. You know how I am. Oh yeah, toss the fish back in the ocean. Yeah, definitely. You should. I've been an overachiever since I was a kid. Yeah, fish will eat crispy burnt meat, won't they? But now, I got what I was preparing for. But I'm not sure how to I know how to relax. Plus, I wanted to be a guardian to help people, but it's mostly a bureaucracy and countless hours spent dwelling on all the ways Greenridge could be wiped off the map. Guys, this reminds me of this whole game Descent Free Space had you could the kills that you got, like the ships that you would destroy, would increase your rank if you got a lot of them, a lot of experience. And if you got up to like Fleet Admiral or whatever, the little voiceover that announces your promotion is like, "What? You just want to sit behind a desk all day?" I don't know. This reminded me of that. Like, Faith rose through the ranks, and now she's just sitting behind a desk. Oh, don't give me that look. What look? That look. That sad kitty look. I appreciate your attempts to pamper me, dear. I really do. But you don't have to try to be my therapist. It's not your job to manage the feelings of everyone around you. Yeah, you tell her, Faith. You tell her. You're not just anyone to me, though, Faith. Look, I know you're not happy with me right now, and I don't blame you, but I want to make it right any way I can. What, for asking me to cook? Jody, you don't have to blame yourself for... Not that. I mean, you know, the stuff with the guild. Is that what this is about? Jody, you don't have to blame yourself for the mess we're in. I certainly don't. I know you want to fix things, but guilt-tripping yourself isn't the solution. I mean, yes, it's sweet that you want me to feel better, but not if you're just going to make yourself feel worse. Your feelings matter just as much as everyone else's, Jody. This is important. She needs to hear this. Jody needs to know this. Say nothing. No. Again, like with Claire's date, we gotta open up. We gotta open up and voice our concerns. Even though, you know, Faith is a good companion, a good partner, she will have something to say. Everyone else is going through so much worse than me right now, though. You need me to be your rock. That's my thing. You're not a rock, Jody. You can be hurt just like the rest of us. You don't have to be this unshakable guardian angel for me and everyone else to love you. You know that, right? We really are alike in so many ways. That's why we get each other so easily. But just like me, you put the weight of the world on your shoulders with no regard for yourself. It wouldn't kill you to be a little selfish sometimes, you know? Wait, you're just distracting yourself by trying to help me with my problems now, aren't you? See? I told you we'd get each other, dear. You don't have to carry that weight alone, though. That's what I'm trying to remind you with this little trip. That's all I'm trying to remind you with this little trip. You gave Claire that speech about needing to accept help from others, but you could stand to do the same. You can delegate things more. You can trust our friends to take care of things like I'm trying to do. There's strength in numbers, you know? Very well. I'll try to be better about trusting people if you agree to work on blaming yourself for everything. Deal? I know what she's trying to say, but that phrasing sounds like get better at blaming yourself for everything, you know, to work on it. It's like, I know that's not what she means, but that it sounds like that now that when I'm reading it, when I'm looking at it. Dale, I'm gonna become the greatest self-hating machine ever. It's like, what? Wait, no, Jody, no, that's not what I was saying, Jody. No, you work on not blaming yourself. You're not blaming yourself, okay? Don't you dare, don't you do it, do not. Listen to the music box and do not blame yourself for other people's problems. Save your complex aside, you've got a pretty good head on your shoulders, Jody. I can't believe I ever let you go. I should have made you a paladin. Province would have hated working with the boss's girlfriend. Exactly. Her reaction would have been priceless. Do you ever think what we could have been, though? Maybe, but I'm glad for what we have. I wouldn't trade this for the world. Wait, what did they give up? They not working together? Or something else? I love you, dear. I love you too, Faye. Now let's enjoy the rest of this afternoon. Because that's what Jody wanted, and Jody deserves to get what she wants just as much as I do. You wanna watch me catch another fish? Oh, you know I'll never get tired of that. Yay! Quest complete! That kind of undercuts it a little bit. The sweet little moment. Quest complete! 1,000 experience for everybody. Has leveled up. Ooh. Jody has learned Faith's Shield. She can now summon Faith to shield the entire party. I hope that actually looks cool. I hope there's like a cool, thing. Wait, did anybody else learn anything? Oh, this is not where we... Wait. Skills. Oh. All-in-one status restoring spell. Poison burns, freezing, corruption, and sleep. Oh, wow. I guess we don't have Purify anymore. It got replaced. Yeah, we haven't used Revive yet. Do we get anything else new? I don't think so. I guess we're close enough to the end of the game that we're not going to get any new stuff, really. Okay, let's talk to Chet. Hey, we didn't see you yesterday. Glad you're still in one piece. Me too. I had my hands full with one of the other evacuation camps. I'm not normally on the front lines, but at a time like that, everybody's got to do their part. And of course, now I've got to tell you, any concerned citizens who show up asking about that invasion, that the details are classified. Yeah, about that. How much did Faith let you in on? Oh, all of it. Faith always tells me everything. The goddess of magic, huh? It's complicated. I'll bet it is. I guess if you run into the goddess of magic again, say hi for me. You seem pretty unfazed by someone who knows what's going on. I mean, we could all be facing the end of the world here. Are you just gonna work through that? Town Hall doesn't give us much paid off time, so yeah. Aw, man, you gotta unionize. Unions for Greenridge. Greenridge Guardians Union. Province, there's no way. I know it's probably Provence, but I didn't give her a French voice, so whatever. Hello. Faith told me about your plan. I don't know how I feel about it personally, but Faith vouches for you and I can't say I have a better idea. Regardless of my feelings on your conduct, I don't wish for any further harm to come to Greenridge. So I'll be wishing you the best from here. How sweet of you, Provence. You're gonna make me blush. I'd suggest you get back to your preparations for your appointment with Verena before I forget those kind words. Alright, well, it's not her. Greg? Sean. His last name starts with a G. I was not... There's one letter from the name Greg in Sean's name, and it's... Well, look who it is. You heard the news, huh? Yeah. What do you think Beverly's been talking about nonstop since she got back? I'm happy for you two, though. My sister's liked you for a long time, Claire, and if she's happy, I'm happy. Wait, Maverinthia, sea critters. Maybe that's where the critters go. Into the sea! No, I'm kidding. We're gonna talk to Sean again. Oh, no, never mind. Does Beverly still have the... Hi, Claire. Beverly, do you mind if I use my employee discount? Go right ahead. Oh, also, I'll let me give you a piece of advice. Sea bunnies. Are sea bunnies a thing? Sea bunnies? Sea bunnies. Well, there's only one right now on the screen. Some food will heal you more if it's something you really, really like. Oh, I didn't know I had that. That's why they don't have HP recovery values listed on the chart. It varies. Oh, sea slugs. They're also called sea bunnies? Oh, you're right. I've seen a video about them. Now that you say it. Some of them are kind of cute. Kind of an acquired beauty, I suppose. Depends on who you are. You should always give everyone their favorites. And single carrot. Oh, we have an single carrot already. Rock candy. Oh, that's got to be for Melody, right? Hot fudge sundae. Sunday. Wait, do I not have an single carrot? Oh, I think I used it. I'll think about it. Talk. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, sorry. Is it too soon for pet names since we haven't gone on our first date yet? Or should I call you something else, maybe? I can tone it down if you want. Well, I wouldn't be opposed to you calling me a sweetheart. Oh, really? I'm starting to understand what Melody and I have been putting you all through for the last few months. You don't say. We're not going to stop, though. Yeah, come on. We can't let Claire and Beverly steal all our thunder. We can be more annoying. Ignore them. You don't have to tone anything down, Beverly. I like you because you're so enthusiastic, not in spite of it. Oh, thank you, Claire. Well, I know you got an adventure business to take care of, but when you're back, we'll have a whole list of pet names ready to try out. Wow. All right. We can go in the kitchen? No. And going upstairs is sleeping at the inn. Right. The kids at the shop? Let's see what they have to say. What would you like? Hi, welcome to our shop. So white. Oh, I've already gone through. You're buying from our kids? I want to support local. Oh, wait, do you support local businesses? Maybe you can... When you collect them for stickers. Well, it's a lot. You can get a lot of stickers for the money we've been getting. We're gonna put them all over school notebooks. Okay, whatever. I wonder where that adventurer guy went to. That adventurer wolf. Maybe Mona? Hey, Mona. Hey, so things got a little heated the other day. Oh, we already had this conversation too. Hum tiddly tum. I got no business back there. That's gotta be important, right? Like, it wouldn't have a dark chasm in the back of the library if they're posting something over there. Why is there a tent painted on the ground? Oh. Wait, did I screw it? Wait. Did they not change that dialogue back to be Melody's now that Melody's in the front again? There's no way it's Mr. Leon. You don't seem shaken at all by recent events, Mr. Leon. What a phony baloney invasion that was. Nobody even died. Why should I care? Oh, I already did it. We already had this discussion. Lion guy? Fortune teller guy? Oh, perfect timing. I'm now offering a new service. With the help of my one-of-a-kind crystal ball, I can now point you in the direction of side quests. Okay. How can I help you today? Read my tarot. Don't be a stranger. I'd like some advice on what I should do next. Let me see. Yes, here we go. With my infinite power, the crystal ball reveals what you must do. Also, I realized that he's just got a button-up shirt and a tie. I thought he had like a robe or something. He's not at all dressed like a fortune teller. With the ability you now have, perhaps it's time to venture north of the Amber Woods through the Uncanny Valley. Make your way north through the valley, and end of your long journey will be inside. Your new friends in the desert still need help with a certain dungeon in their region. A certain paladin could use some training, perhaps from someone in the Uncanny Valley. Last but not least, a magician in the sanctuary may have some interesting lead. Anything else? Oh, come on, I'm not going to tell you where every last treasure chest is. You're adventurers, go get some adventures, damn it. And when you feel you're ready, I think you already know what must be done. Okay. We're further through the game than I thought, kind of. This is the sanctuary? No, the Guardian's Tower. Wait, where's the sanctuary? Where is the sanctuary? What is that? We gotta play all the songs from the different points of magic that we got from that Buzz told us to go to. Because I mean, I just want to go to the valley at this point. I want to go to the valley and see who is there, if any. Oh, sanctuary. Why can't I remember? I thought it was the Guardian's Tower, but it's not. Okay. Okay. Well, I think I've talked to everybody in Greenridge. Except, where did those kids go? The, like, good vibes are utmost importance kids. They must be around here somewhere. No, they're not at Danger's cave. We last saw them here when they were frozen in ice, but where did they go? Where do they go to? And a magician at the sanctuary. That was what they said. Back at work over here, I see. Gotta stay on that grind, you know how it is. Unfortunately, I do. It's no big deal though, this will all pay off eventually. I've been saving up a lot of interesting investing advice I've been finding online. I'm no financial expert, but I'm pretty sure you can, in fact, lose by doing that. Oh, he's a finance bro. The horror. Home. I can get to an astral plane door from here, but I guess I'll just go back. No, I'll go to the astral plane door. Why can't I remember where the sanctuary is? Magician in the sanctuary. Oh, not here. The door's up this way. Here it is. Because this is the astral plane. The Dream Knight is still here. Flesh. It's not in the lore section either. Nah. Oh, poly posters. Oh, that was such an innocent time. Posting posters. Oh, interesting. There's a place for all four already. But yeah, we haven't explored the Uncanny Valley yet, so I'm just gonna go there, I think. Yeah. We gotta learn what happens. Maybe we'll get some insight into the horrors. Why the magic school was destroyed. Zinnia's involved, of course, but how? But why? Oh, also, this is the wrong way. Why would Zinnia destroy the school? I'll figure out the critters next time, I think. Maybe those punks, what was it? Mary Eno and... Also, hang on, wait. heck? How'd I get back here? But Mary Eno and the bird. I forget what they're called. It's been too long since we've seen them. Beth, that was it. Mary Eno and Beth. Oh, here we are. Okay. Back on track. I'm gonna save here because I don't know where the next save is gonna be. New challenges await, I'm sure. Oh, they gave me a picnic set. That is a bad sign. Arrows. Is this what wizards did for fun before they had stuff like the internet or contact juggling balls? Just leave big cubes out in the woods? Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Best wizards get up in the morning because they know even their most trivial actions will continue to perplex strangers long after they're gone. It's kind of like modern art. The actual purpose of this cube is less important than the fact that it's making us think. Jody's like an art patron. Oh god, yeah, wizards love that stuff. Oh, I didn't go back to Mumford, no. Or no, I did go back to Mumford to talk to, and I got a subquest to go to a new thing. And Amelia didn't say anything about the critters, but I think I'll ask around Mumford the next time we're up there. I want to explore this new place on the stream. But Mumford, since I checked all of Greenridge, I think Mumford has to be next. Oh, Misty Spectre. This is in one of the screenshots for the game on Steam, which is weird because it's so far into the game. If it's Misty, let's burn it. Ah! It's the specter of gym leader Misty. She never got her bike, and now she's trapped. She never got her new bike from Ash, and now she's trapped forever in the afterlife. Lightning Blade? Fire didn't seem to do all that much. Lightning Blade! I don't know why I did that, now that I think about it. It would have been faster to just do a lightning kick. Oh, it's frozen. Nice. Kiss Allison. An attack boost. Yeah, just attack. Yeah, I didn't talk to a lot of people in Mumford, so maybe somebody there can give them a home. Ooh, let's learn about the Misty Spectre real quick. Oh yeah, the axe fishes. Elven ghosts that haunt the Uncanny Valley. They're able to turn their bodies into mist, making them hard to hit. On the other hand, they're also extremely susceptible to freezing. Oh, because they're made of mist. That makes sense. These large magic-infused fish are popular targets for sport fishermen around the world. Most of them don't catch axe fish by hand, however. What can I say? I have my own way of doing things. That is indeed one big axe fish. That is one big axe fish. I think that's the biggest I've ever caught. I should have had Faith take a picture of me holding it. Yeah, why didn't you do that? Ooh, also there's this critter blocking the way over there. Ooh, an old arch. I'd love to get a map of this area. I always feel so out of place with a map. Poison! Kill it! Quick! Oh, you know what? Actually. Kiss. Frogs are weak to frost. Smooch! Give him a smooch! Give him a smooch! When you're a smooch all the way from the top of your hat to the bloom blamble way. I don't know what I'm saying. I was thinking, you know, Monster Hunter Stories is nice, is a very delightful game, and I'd love to stream it at some point, so maybe at some point I will. Gosh, I don't want to unfreeze the frog ball, so we're just going to attack it. But yeah, that and maybe some other 3DS games would be fun to play. Because Citra just does not play Monster Hunter Stories at all. Otherwise, I would totally. Whoa, cerulean armor. What are you trying? What are you doing over there with that swagger? That's dangerous. You gotta. That's some dangerous swagger you're showing off over there, stranger. Yeah, you need certain patch cheats to play Monster Hunter Stories on Citra. Yeah, I tried doing the ones that were recommended, the like disable 3D and 30. I tried 30 FPS limit and 60 FPS, and they didn't work. I don't know why. Yeah, you managed to make it work though? I wonder where I went wrong. Because I tried both the 30 FPS limit patch or cheat and the 60 FPS limit, and whenever I try to start a new game, it just you know, freezes up. Nothing happens. So I don't know what that's about, but I basically, from where I'm sitting, I cannot play it. I tried software rendering just to see if that would work at all, but that software rendering is painfully slow. It's like 10 FPS or something. Oh, this armor. We're gonna put a crack in that armor. Oh, it crumpled. Oh, this is like the armor that we ran into in the thing. In the dungeon. Oh wow, the mist just freezes right away, doesn't it? Oh, we can do a dive. Oh, you had a specific version of Citra? Yeah, that would probably help too. I have the latest one, which I feel like broke a lot of stuff, because I used to be able to play Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on Citra, okay, but on like the current nightly version, that doesn't work very well either. I don't know what happened. Yeah, hack Zeus Yota, huh? Okay, I'll look that up later. Hang on. Hack. Oh no, wait. Dang it. New file. Hack Zeus Yota. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, maybe that'll. I'll give that a try. Thanks, Maverinthia. Oh, wizard hat. Oh, you know who gets the wizard hat? But she got a steampunk circlet. Somebody hot glued a gear to it. Why does she have the steampunk circlet anyway? Oh, you're kidding. Claire can't wear a wizard's hat? What in the heck? It's just Melody, I guess. But Melody's the paladin. Oh, whatever. Extra conical hat that enhances magic and gives plus 100 magic power points. Claire already has a cool hat, but someone else might like it. Oh, I see. There we go. Ta-da! Also, I don't know why I didn't notice this before, but Claire's already a cowgirl. She never needed a cowgirl hat because she's already. Wah, 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 wah. A pine corona. Pine corona. It looks like it's on fire. Oh wait, kiss. Kiss and wait. we'll frost that. Oh no, wait, we should water it. But yeah, I'll take a look at that older Citra version because I think updating Citra broke everything, which is a shame. I realize that 3DS emulation is really difficult. Oh wow, we all got burned. Uh-oh. And yeah, Citra is no exception. I was looking up because I know that not 3DS. I know that regular DS games can run okay on the Wii U, which means that it could be a useful platform to stream from or record DS games from. But there's also Melon DS, which seems to be a pretty good emulator. So I'm not all that concerned with actually doing it. Oh, Frost was the weakness after all. Oh, I don't know. Let's do that. No, that isn't gonna help. What do I do? Put on a Jody. Yeah. How goes the epic RPG action? Pretty epic, actually. It's going pretty well, thanks. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, Jody took a big hit. Let's heal her up. Yeah, we went on Jody and Faith went on a beach date where they went fishing. Or Jody went fishing, and they had a good heart-to-heart. And we got a key. Xenia gave us a key to unlock the doors. Those weird doors with wings on them all over the place that we've been finding. So we got all sorts of new cool stuff to add to our equipment. It's going very good. Going very well. Let's do a low kick, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing fine too, thanks. We're in the Uncanny Valley now, which is like, this is the place that Farina said was ruined by magic or desolated. And so I guess we're gonna learn about it. I think if I go south from here, that's the top of the mountain. So let's keep going this way. Oh, what's this? Another mysterious mechanism. How fun. It kind of looks like there's supposed to be a bridge here. This pedestal is probably connected to that. Maybe we need to find a key to fit in that hole. Come on, let's just wade across the river. It's like 2 feet deep. Allison, the water here is glowing neon blue. I don't trust that. It's probably supercharged with mana or electrolytes or something. You know, the thing that plants crave. What's so dangerous about a mana river? Aren't our bodies full of mana now? Your body's also full of blood, but if you saw a river of blood, you wouldn't want to take a sip, would you? I mean, if you told me not to, I'd be a little tempted. Stuff. Oh my gosh, Allison, how could you say that? That's so gross. What the hell is wrong with you? Allison. Neon is good for you. Are you sure about that, Maverinthia? Isn't it like Argon, where if you get like a leak in your basement, that's bad? Don't go out handing out suspect medical advice on my stream. Ooh, we also gotta heal up right away. This Melody. It's full of yeah. It is. Like I said, electrolytes. The thing that plants crave. Don't give your plants electrolyte. Don't give your plants Gatorade or whatever. Whatever it was. What did they make up for Idiocracy? What was the name of their power drink? I don't remember. It glows. That's right. Drink enough neon and you'll glow. I don't know if neon is bad for you actually, but it's just like argon, like argon leaks in your basement are bad. Wait, don't we have... Oh, the dragon's cure is like all around curing, so okay. I was looking for the specific thing that cures like... cures like poison specifically, but we have a cure-all. We have a panacea given to us by the great dragon Zinnia. Because we agreed to fight Alduin the World Eater and all that stuff. And to learn the dragon shouts. Sure. You know what? I'm gonna build up Blast Beat. I wanna see Blast Beat in action. I don't think we have yet. Yeah. Brondo. Is that what it was? Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes. That's right. Let's heal up Joey. Blast Beat. Punches and kicks. Everybody else can guard. Oh, neon apparently non-toxic at normal temperatures. That's good to hear. Oh, damn. That was 1,000 damage. That's the most damage we've done in a single attack, I think. Wow. Allison really pulling out all the stops for that. Also, yeah, I guess that makes sense for neon. Neon has to be safe, reasonably safe to put it in all those lights. Can we not do anything with this pillar? I don't know. Maverinthia, do you want to translate while it's here? I'll leave it on screen still enough long for you to see it. But this is the only way we can go so far. Or actually, again, if you think that it's a spoiler what's on that pillar, then let me know and don't say it, maybe. Man, those are freaky flowers. This whole place has been corrupted by some kind of magical event. Do we scorch the flowers? Oh, let's frost the specter so that they don't try to revive the Reapers. Gotta take care of those specters so they don't bring the Reapers back into the galaxy to eliminate all life. Ooh. That's something I thought about. I've thought about playing Mass Effect on... Oh, Jody got chained! Oh, but then they broke it. Okay. They're not very smart. Yeah, I thought... Mass Effect is another game I've thought about streaming, but... I feel like I might get in trouble for saying it, but there's a lot that I do not like about Mass Effect. And I don't know if I get a lot of flack for streaming it, because I would not be able to keep it to myself. Suffice it to say, Mass Effect 1 is the one that I like, and not so much the other ones. Believe it or not. Gosh, you know, I'm going to put a Resilient R on everybody, because we're just getting chained up left and right. And you know what? Put a Flame Blade on, Allison. Mega same. Oh, you feel the same way? Really? Yeah. Did you... Because my thing is that I started with... I didn't play Mass Effect until after... So this is the thing, right? I didn't play Mass Effect until after Mass Effect 3 was already out, and I'd kind of heard stuff about it. I'd basically heard that it was just this amazing series that everybody loved it. Like Mass Effect, oh, it's got such great writing and such and such. And I was like, wow, really? Everybody loves Mass Effect 2. And, oh, now Allison is chained up. Oh, and Melody used the flame rod on the other person because the one that she targeted died. Crap. This does not cure chains, though. Well, anyway. I don't want to talk too much about Mass Effect on a stream that's not about it, but basically, yeah, I feel that Mass Effect 1 is the most solid of the three. Like, it works the best on its own, and also, I don't know. Mass Effect 2 really bugs me, and I feel like I would need to write. I feel like I would need to write a video essay to like unpack all of it. Ooh, let's do Avalanche. I want to see what that looks like. Oh, you have no idea if the pillar is a splitter or not? Yeah, maybe you can. I'm gonna say, hold on to that. Hold on to whatever the translation is, and maybe we'll learn later. Maybe you can be like, aha, this is what the thing said, and it predicted this thing. You've got some like special arcane knowledge maybe with you. Although it may not make sense until later in the game. It's like the way that you write a good prophecy is that it doesn't make sense until it happens. Yeah, it's not like Monster of Casting, it's like more specific. It might be the name of the magic school or something. But yeah, I'd like to wait and see if it turns up later. But yeah, if you haven't played Mass Effect, I'm trying to think. I actually like Mass Effect 1, but I don't know if it's worth going back to play now or not. It's weirdly, there's a lot of like the male gaze in it. Even though there's some like more like less there's some like gender. Well, that's the thing, right? Like the Asari are an entire race of aliens who are like, I guess they're all like pansexual and they're only women. So it's like, it's kind of, on the one hand, it feels like a Star Trek reference to the like Orion people, the green skin ladies, but also it's like, well, it's also like, well, you made them all women because like, it's not even that. They're all sexy women who love to have sex. And like, it's like, I see what you're doing there. And whatever in-story justifications you have, like, just don't pretend. Oh, their look is based on a woman coming out of the water. Yeah, it kind of is. The like, not hair that they have. But yeah, the funny... Yeah, you still love Mass Effect 2 and 3? Ah, see, that's where I'd get the flack, because I don't like either of them. I can, like, tolerate Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3 is just infuriating all the way. Not even the ending. Like, even before you get to the end, even before I got to the end, I did not like Mass Effect 3. Yeah. This is why I think I would get flack for it, because I kind of hate it. I kind of hate both of the sequels. And I'm the one weirdo who likes the rover, the Mako. Oh god, the flower has like one thing left. Okay, let's use revive while we can, and because it doesn't use up any mana. Oh, Jodie countered even though she was chained. That's awesome. I imagine Jodie is like got the magical chains around, and then the flower is coming up, boom, 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 boom. And then it's like, haha, and Jodie, like, she, like, breaks a link or two and, like, dodges it and manages to do a counter with, like, her free arm. That's awesome. Yay, level up. We're all kind of staggered in our levels now that I look at it. Yeah, you like the Mako too? Yeah. Oh, and Mass Effect Andromeda. You felt a little bit less hate for Mass Effect. Yeah, after Andromeda. Yeah, I've seen what Andromeda looks like. The writing, the dialogue seems kind of infuriating for Andromeda. I don't think I would ever play that, and it's in such a broken state. I don't know if it even got enough patches to make it, like, playable now. Every so often I go back to that, I think Giant Bomb there's some clips from Giant Bomb playing it where, like, they jumped across this massive gap through an open window into a part of the level they weren't supposed to be in, and like super broke it. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of scary. Like, I wonder if I would do that by accident. Oh, also, are we gonna get like some kind of water walking power or boat or something? Oh, hey, a shortcut. Yeah, push it in and lower the stairs. Yeah. Neat. Was there a save spawn here? No. yeah, I'm glad that somebody else likes the Mako. Or the Mako. Mako. I guess if it's like a Japanese name, it would be Mako, like the famous voice actor, who did like was in Conan the Barbarian and famously did Uncle Iroh in The Last Airbender. Great guy. You need to sit down and have some tea. Free the mind and lighten the spirit. Uncle Iroh, best uncle. Rest in peace. Oh, and of course Mako also did the, how could I forget? Mako famously did the voice of, Aku in, Samurai Jack, which is like one of my favorite intro sequences. Oh, there's this weird bug in Andromeda. A bald woman with no eyes is waving in that game's version of the Citadel? What? Oh my god, that almost sounds like Assassin's Creed Unity level of bugginess. Anybody else remember that game's disastrous premiere? Gosh, you know what? I'm just gonna do a lovely aura. Heal everybody. Oh, Jody got chained again. Crap, I forgot these flowers chain you. At least she's drawing all the chains. Look at that. Everybody's chaining up Jody. Okay, see you later, my friend. Yeah, thanks for joining. I know this is normally later than the stream goes, so that's totally cool. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Like the only thing, oh yeah, I was gonna say about Mako. Mako doing the voice of Aku. I love that intro. I've like memorized it. You know, long ago in a distant land, I, Aku, shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil. It's great. Love that. Oh, resisted fire. Interesting. Okay. Maybe you can mana drain it. Oh, weird. And Jody, nobody attacked Jody. She just got chained a bunch of times, so she didn't build up any star power. That's so weird. Nice. Melody did a mana drain. I'm going to do it again. Yeah, it's true. Aku's voice was great. In the, in that final season they did, where they got the replacement guy, like it really, they were trying really hard. Oh my gosh, another critter. Where are we gonna put all these critters? I'll find their home. I'll find the critters' home. But yeah, the replacement voice actor they got for Aku in that was just like, you could tell it was not the same guy. Like, they tried as hard as they could. It was like not quite right. Same with the final season of The Last Airbender, where Mako had unfortunately passed away before they got to book 3. And I was like, man, Uncle Iroh didn't get a lot of screen time left. Because, obviously, because of that. Wow, weird. Alright, so here's the one of the other Sons of Javis. We're not going there yet. Oh, and it's almost time for another midstream break, so I'm going to do that in a second. But Foist, I'm going to try and explore the woods a little more, the Uncanny Valley a little more, and find out what we can find. But yeah. Oh. Oh, she should kiss Allison though. But yeah, I don't know. I've said my piece on Mass Effect for now. Maybe I will stream it because I do still have all 3 games. Maybe I'll stream it one of these days. I think the funniest moment to me in Mass Effect 1, though, is when, if you're being just genial and nice and, like, kind of normal to... I played a female character. Oh! all I'll say is I remember it was really funny when near the end of the game, both Liara and whoever, like either Caden or Ashley, depending on what gender your character is, both of them will come up to you and be like, hey, you've been hitting on us this whole time, so which one of us do you like? And I'm like, I wasn't hitting on either of you two. Excuse me? And I was like, is this what it's like to be a woman in real life? And I'm like, yikes. Like, how do you deal with turning down people when it's like, no, I was just being friendly and genial. Like, I was not trying to hit on either of you. You totally got the wrong impression. I'm your commanding officer. This is really inappropriate. So, you know, one of the famously touted features of the Mass Effect series, the romance system, I just like turned it down basically. Because I was like, I don't want any of you. I played a female shepherd. And I was like, Caden seems kind of boring, and I'm not into guys anyway. And then Liara is like so into her work, and like the voice acting for her character, there's like nothing really attractive about her. I don't know. Although to be fair, that's kind of the point, I think. Like Liara, Garrus, and Rex are all meant to be exceptions to the stereotypes for their aliens, and you know, it was a strength of the first game, I think. But anyway, I'm getting into it. I shouldn't be getting into it because we're on this game, and there's like a centaur lady that we're gonna meet. So I'm gonna take my second midstream break for the final hour, and after I come back, we're gonna talk to this mysterious centaur person. I don't know that they're a lady. I shouldn't assume that. But I'll be right back. Not to interrupt Earthbound music, but I'm back. I think the last thing I'll say on Mass Effect is, you know, I kind of liked Ashley as a character, so if if I don't play with a male shepherd, maybe I'll install that mod that lets you romance Ashley as a female shepherd. Because there are some, like, unused dialogue lines in there that you could do that. Oh, weird. What? The switch for the gate is on the outside? Why'd they do that? The heck? Wow. This place is really something. I had no idea there was a settlement like this in the valley. Also, apparently Verena didn't either, because she didn't find this. Oh, it's Noelle. So Noelle lives here, huh? There's a little turtle. Oh, is this where we deliver the critters? So we meet again. Oh, hey, what were the odds we'd run into you here? Very, very high, considering this is my sanctuary. I see you found your stripy friend with the muscles. I guess my reputation precedes me. I'm surprised there are so many people here. Oops. I realize I keep going to the next dialogue line while I'm still reading the dialogue out loud, and that makes editing. I noticed that in the editing, but not while I'm playing, and I think I need to pause a little bit more, let it play out better. Because it probably is more legible than the captions in some cases. Anyway. This place was supposed to be a secret haven for the creatures of the forest that can't defend themselves against the supernatural entities out there. Of course, before long, adventurers came knocking on my door looking for a place to rest and trade wares. And I suppose I don't know how to say no. There aren't usually this many people here at once, though. Everyone just needs a place to hunker down with the increased monster activity. Strange things have been happening here in the valley. Even stranger than usual. Which is exactly the problem we are trying to solve. Well, now that you're here, you're free to stay. But if you're able to lend a hand, I've got a bit of a problem that I need help with. I will, of course, reward you for your efforts. Come talk to me when you've got a minute. Oh, bye, Noelle. Oh, Male Shepherd had a funny line when you first meet Sovereign. If you did Renegade. You're a machine, and machines can be broken. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I always thought, oh man, I don't want to get into it. Crap, I'm gonna get into it again. Oh, look at this reindeer guy. I don't know. I thought Sovereign was supposed to be like a merging of machine and organic stuff, and then they were just machines in the end. I don't know. Sovereign was kind of cool. And the reveal that like the ultimate villain was like in front of us the whole time. Like it was like the first thing we saw, more or less. I don't know. Mass Effect 1 was just so well done. Anyway. Oh, is this time for a foreign accent? Okay, Yasmin. But what voice do I give Yasmin? She's a centaur. I'm kind of tempted to give her just another Texan accent or something, another Southern accent. For being horse related, but I don't know. Let's see. Greetings, fellow travelers. I'm Yasmin. Pleased to meet you. I'm a researcher for the archaeology department at Brightport University. This valley is a goldmine for someone in my field. That's right, she had a magnifying glass, or a spyglass, as you might. A spyglass. Noah says that anything of value in this sanctuary was plundered long before they made this place their home, but that's not true. I mean, look at the stonework here, it's so intricate. The style seems to date these ruins back to around the start of the Arcane era. Yep, I mean, we would know that because Zinnia talked about it, basically. She said she built a school up here in this area. The stories these bricks could tell. Judging from the state of this place, it's probably not a very happy story. Very astute. In fact, I have reason to believe that some sort of catastrophe struck this place centuries ago. How intriguing. Well, it was nice to meet you, Yasmin. We'll quit interrupting your research now. Oh gosh, I'm almost turning into like, what's her name? Eliza Thornberry's dad from The Amazing Thornberrys. Quite intriguing, I dare say. Oh. The stories these ruins could tell, what? Maybe I'll give somebody the Dad Thornberry voice. Okie dokie, let me know if you're in need of my expertise. Cool. Hey, it's Tutorial Man. Tutorial Man, Tutorial Man. Giving us all of the tutorial plans. Alright, I thought of a rhyme. There's a snake lady. Saucy snake lady. Need some provisions? Ah, if it isn't my little paladin friend from the other day. You're certainly a long way from Greenwich. I take it your adventuring duties are going well. Well, things have been eventful, that's for sure. You have no idea. You're right, I'm not a mind reader. I'm surprised to bump into you again, though. I thought you'd be off to the Sapphire Islands by now. That was the plan, yes. But as you no doubt know, adventurers often need to change plans on the fly. I intend to drop off a small shipment here and leave, but with the islands currently cut off from the mainland, I've been forced to stay longer. In the meantime, I've set up shop here. Gosh, when are we going to get to explore the islands? I just noticed that little otter on the right. Look at that little river otter. Oh, it's so cute. Look at that little guy. Look at that little guy over there. Oh, this game's amazing. I love this game. If I'm going to be stuck here, I may as well make a few sales. Look at that otter. Look at that cute little river otter over there. It was worth going so far out of my way up here just to see that river otter and its adorable little face swimming on its back. You know that they use tools. They take shells to break open seashells with rocks to get on the inside of oysters. Indeed, just vibing in the water. How's business? The news reporter over yonder makes his little assistant run over and ask for a diet potion about every 2 hours. I do not sell diet potions if such a thing even exists. They aren't soda. The imp knows this, of course, but is forced to come and ask me about it anyway. He then has to trot back to his boss, ask if a regular potion is okay, and return to me to buy a single potion. We have done this 15 times now. I'm not even sure how Mr. Mon drinks them, given his condition. But I'm not one to turn down a sale. Speaking of sales, need some provisions? A map! Thank you. Treasure map, treasure map. We could probably do with some potions. We could probably do some potions. Let's get 8 to get an even 20. And Aethers, let's get 4 for a nice 25. We got a lot of good other stuff though. Raphael, can you tell us more about these treasure maps? You're only asking this now after your purchase? To tell the truth, I'm not entirely sure what treasures these maps lead to. It could be gold or perhaps an item of particular value. I sourced them from a friend who would trust with my life though, so rest assured they're quite genuine. My friend. I couldn't think of a joke. I'm sorry. He really is a friend. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the snake lady last. Naga? A Naga lady? Who's this guy? Mint? Or gal, maybe? Kind of feminine coded. What voice to give to the little fairy? Oh, you want to chat? What about? Hi, my name's Mint. Oh, this must be the sanctuary that the Leo the fortune teller told us about. So there's a magician here. Purveyor of only the finest fairy forge armor. And yes, I can guarantee that all of my gear is in mint condition. Hey, I was gonna make that joke. Everyone always does, so at some point I just started making it for them. Oh wait, Jody. Hey, good to see you. You two know each other? There are only so many blacksmiths on the Sapphire Islands. It's a pretty tight-knit community. But hey, glad to see you got your own little shop set up here. That's awesome. I can't say I'm familiar with fairy forged armor. What makes it special compared to regular steel? Well, it was forged by a fairy. That's pretty much it. No special effects. Hey, cut me some slack. Look at how small I am. I'm itty bitty. It's impressive I can even swing a hammer at this size. Yeah, barely managing to float. Mint's being humble, but trust me, her stuff is worth every penny. I guess the rumors were true, though, Jody. Man, I'm getting the voice wrong. You really are a veteran now. You're going to give up smithing for good? It'd be a shame with your talent. Huh? Oh, I don't know. I'm focused on the guild right now, maybe then things settle down, I'll make some gear for the gang. Actually, that gives me an idea. Nice. Oh, I don't need to do that. Don't do that. You should buy your gear from me instead. You can stand to work on your salesmanship, Mint. Hey, what can I say? I'm an artist, not a capitalist. What can I do for you? Yeah. We should do like, oh, look at all this stuff. Golden Gauntlet, which I thought I had one. 2 moons. would be more magical, but this one will get the job done. Oh, Melody could use an upgrade, I guess. Fairy Hammer. Give that to Jody. Or maybe Allison. Wow, this stuff is expensive. Cute but deadly, and heavier than Mint's entire body. Can't equip a spellbook while wielding. Aw, never mind. I want them all to have spellbooks. Spellbox. Look at all this mithril. Claire can't wear any of it. Not as snazzy as the full armor, but great for slipping on under more fashionable duds. Hard to go wrong with mithril. Let's see, we get 1 for Allison and 2 for Melody and Jody. Oh my gosh, I'm spending all my money. And we have a heart circler already. Yeah, let's get the lunar wand. I'm probably not going to use the scorch flame rod is kind of cool, but I should probably just have a flame lunar. I should probably just have this. It ups the magic too, so why not? Actually, wait, do we do spike on? Oh, that's defense. I thought the spiked gauntlet gave me more magic. I was like, whoa, but no. Shield T. A shirt with a picture of a shield on it. It works, I swear. I forgot that's I don't think I read that actually. All right, Melody can get we can trade out the tropical shirt. I forgot we were still wearing this. Oh wow, the silver plate armor. Oh, Melody could have been wearing that this whole time. Oh, and we can pass on the heart circlet. I forgot. Yeah, celestial vestments are probably good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, nothing's really better for Jody than the miner's helmet. I remember what Allison said when we first got that. He's like, wait, we can't wear that. We're not miners. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, here they are. Beth and Mariano. Hey, look who it is. What are our favorite bards doing out here? We were gonna hang out in the tavern, right? But they serve alcohol in here, and we vowed to never break edge. Oh, hey, there's one critter down there. Look at that. Look at that little rabbit critter. I think we found our critter location. You know they wouldn't just hand you a drink unprompted without seeing your IDs, right? Regardless. I mean, more like, what are you doing in the valley? Testing our metal as bards, of course. But, well, you've seen how it is out there right now. It's pure chaos. We're lucky we made it here. Those frog balls are bloodthirsty. So we decided that our metal was been sufficiently tested, and now we're just chilling here at the sanctuary. But we haven't forgotten our other vow. The one to repay you for saving us from that block of ice. We're still brainstorming that one. We'll get back to you. What about, I don't know, using your bodily skills to write us a commercial jingle for our guild? I don't want to watch this TV anymore, Grandma. well, it's nice catching up with you. Yeah. And Mariano doesn't do much talking. Whoa. Okay, I want to talk to the snake. I skipped the snake. I don't want to talk to the snake. He's got books. Oh, this snake is a wizard. Oh my god. Oh, what voice do I give her? Libra. I have an idea. Talk to the face, not the tail. What do you need, travelers? About? Welcome to my shop, travelers. I am Libra. If you have the coin, I'll be willing to part with some of my valuables. Well, some of these seem pretty rare. Where'd you get these? I can assure you, all of the spell books here were acquired legitimately. Why did you say it like that? Like what, pray tell? Like, in a way that sounds like you definitely didn't acquire the stuff legitimately. Oh, what, are you a cop? Does the source of my wares really matter when you're trying to save the world? How did you know the world is at stake? A lucky guess. You hero types are all the same, always trying to stop one global threat or another. It's a tough world out there. I'm just trying to get by with my totally 100% legally obtained goods. I don't know, I'm trying to do kind of a weird thing. Nondescript origin accent. And these books won't curse us or anything? Do you want them to curse you? That costs extra. Nah, we're good. Alright. Do we have any new? We got new spells. Money bags. Teaches gold gun, shiny distraction, and emergency healthcare. Okay. We have all these other ones. Let's talk about Bartholomew. Does Libra know Bartholomew? It's working? Okay, nice. Sorry if this seems totally random. Yeah, my strange voice worked. Would you happen to know an old wizard by the name of Bartholomew Leon? I haven't heard that name in a long time. But yes, I've met the old codger. What makes you think I would know him? Is it because I seem like the villainous type? Yes. Fair enough. I've just always been curious about him. He tells so many stories about his time as a villain, but how much of that is true? Oh, lots of them, I'm sure. He was quite fearsome in his youth, always trying to conquer revelry. But he never succeeded on that front, of course, but it's the bravado that matters. Still, he comes up within villain circles from time to time as an influential figure. Not that I would be privy to such conversations, but he gave it all up to raise his daughter. A waste of his talents, if you ask me. I suppose it was impressive that he created his little Catherine in a cauldron with dark magics, though. Excuse me? What did you just say about creating a cauldron? What, you didn't know? I don't believe that for a second. That's a whole lot of hogswash. Old Bartholomew was never married, so he created a successor on his own. Of course, little Catherine turned out painfully normal. And now his granddaughter, Pepper, on the other hand, she is going to places. She's got a dark future ahead of her. Not that I would condone committing any crimes or act of villainy as a law-abiding merchant. But what do you need, the traveler? Alright. I like Lieber's voice. I might have to reuse that in a future game with voice acting. Look at the little bunny. It's like a little Allison. Can we keep it? One of you is already enough of a hand. Alright. I'm gonna go around. A shop that's open. Oh, an inn. Who are these guys? Is this a band? Oh no, this is the reporter that they were talking about over there. Was a skeleton. Please, no requests for autographs, folks. Oh, sorry, but I don't think we actually know who you are. You wound me, kid. The name's Hugh Mann, intrepid human reporter for Kingdom News. I'm here investigating the strange events that have this little island at Tizzy. A sudden increase in monster attacks, electromagnetic disturbances, what a scoop. I'm calling it Monster-gated. You wouldn't happen to have any idea what the hell is going on, would ya? Would ya? Well, there's this wizard with a videotape for a head, and he... Haha, nice try, kid. What's with that? What is that? One of your little memes or something? I ain't falling for that again. Well, guess it really is up to me to crack this case. I thought you were a journalist, not a detective. I like to blur that line. Well, if you do get any leads, be sure to fill me in. I can get you on TV, you know? Yeah, Human is a great name. It is. I really like that. And what other voice could you have other than, like, Chicago news reporter from the 1940s? We were just supposed to do a puff piece on the tavern here, but now we're kind of stuck in the middle of the woods during some kind of crisis. And to make matters worse, now Mr. Mon thinks this Monster-gated stuff is the story of the century. That's gonna win him some award. Even if it was, there's no reception. We can't go live. I better get some overtime for this. Also, he said he's human, but we haven't encountered any humans before. Didn't Verena say there were no humans? Is he from another dimension? Or is he just another undead? Oh, alright. I was getting ready to speak his whole voice. Oh. We don't just get to open these, do we? Hi, Noel. So what's the problem you need our help with? Well, yes, normally it would be loath to turn to complete strangers for help with a task like this, but the circumstances are dire. You see, this is an animal sanctuary, and while do you notice something missing? The restrooms. How are we supposed to take a poo? The animals? Yeah, I don't see any animals around here. Aside from us beast folk, that is. Precisely. My little animal friends have all gone missing. The ruckus with the monsters made them panic and they ran off. They can't have gone far, right? It shouldn't take too long to search the valley for them. That's the problem, though. They could be anywhere on the Sapphire Islands by now. They're probably hiding in obscure, hard-to-reach places where they think they'll be safe. Maybe even in chests. Plus, there are 8 of them in total, and that's a lot of animals for an elemental to track down. Wow! We only have 3. That's 37.5% of all the critters to track down. One of them was in the astral plane. Now, I know it's a lot to ask, but while you're out adventuring, do you think you could look for my animal companions? Say no more. We'll help you find your animals, Noel. Thank you for your help. In exchange for your efforts, I've prepared some rewards in these chests here. I'll give you 1 unique piece of your gear for every 2 animals you find. My crystal ball to the left can help you narrow your search. Oh, awesome. I was wondering what that crystal ball is for. If you have any further questions, I'll be here. Hey, we found 2. We found 3 of them. We met your cousin, by the way. Wait, you did? Yeah, we had business in Mumford, so we stayed in the inn. She is real hospitable. Seems like she's doing well for herself up there. Oh god, please tell me she didn't share any embarrassing stories about me. Yeah, she just said you'd be nice once we got to know you. You should go back and should we go back and ask her about these embarrassing stories? No, forget I said anything. Oh, maybe I'm kind of halfway to an Eeyore voice. Now I think about it. I should probably visit her sometime soon when I'm less busy though. I'm not gonna go full Eeyore though, I'm gonna stick with what I have. So thanks for reminding me. Just kind of tired. That chest is something Melody might want. It's a spiked bracelet. Oh, oh, wait. Melody's inner self that has been manifested by a mana, like, elemental with all the, like, spiky accessories, all the, like, goth, kind of mall goth fashion. Oh, no. Wow, you look like you've seen a ghost. I mean, besides the kind we have here in the valley. What exactly makes you think this is my style? You strike me as someone with a lot of pent-up rage. It's not bad to let a little bit of that out, you know. Well, I guess you might not be entirely wrong there. This charm will encourage that by boosting your attack, as well as healing you every time you inflict damage in a battle. You've got 4 rescued critters you haven't claimed any rewards for. Wait, we have 4? I thought we only had 3. You know what? Let's try Claire? That just contains a hat I think Claire will like. I appreciate it, but I already kinda have a hat. She never takes it off. I thought that might be the case, but this one is special. This is an extra small witch's hat that you can wear beneath your normal hat. Maybe it can cover up that horn if you want. I'm sold. You've got 4 rescued critters. Yeah. Give me the tiny witch hat. Got the tiny witch hat. A visor for a knight's helmet. Just the visor? Just the visor. However, I think it may be of particular use to you, Jody. You strike me as someone who's always putting yourself at risk to protect others. This visor, if equipped, will let you use your star power to heal yourself in battle. Seems useful in a pinch. You got 2 rescue critters. I want to see what Allison's wanted. His chest contains a jacket. Allison, you strike me as someone who could use more jackets that still have the sleeves attached. You're not wrong. On top of this, though, this jacket will double your likelihood of getting critical hits. Oh, now we're talking. You got 2 rescued critters, yes. Yes. Give me the jacket. Give me the jacket. I gotta wear this critical jacket. Come on, let me have the jacket. Well, you're going to Claire first. Why are you going to Claire? Come on. Give me the jacket. I want the jacket. Gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. Jacket, 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 jacket. Come on, come on, come on. I can feel it. I can taste it in my bones. Here we go. Shut up, Allison. God. She lost a little agility and luck, but that's fine. And I wasted money on that mithril jacket. Mithril vest. Let's go sell stuff before we continue, though. Oh. Oops. I forgot. Shop first, and then the second menu option is sell. Here we go. Cactus wands. I don't know why I have 2 of them. I must have picked up 2. We can sell the rupees. Why not? Keep these though. Oh, here we go. I'll hold on to that. We don't need these anymore. I'll sell that too. Android armor. We're gonna look like Dragon Ball Z. I kind of like these other things, so I won't sell them. Oh, excuse me. I think I have, because I haven't done streaming in a while, like my nose is getting like all kind of stuck occasionally as I talk. This little cute little gray bunny. And his little turtle. Maybe there are other critters besides rabbits that we find. Whoa, so many goblins and a kitty girl and a alligator lady? A buxom alligator? Oh no, she's like a possum or something? From a distance I thought alligator. Gosh, what voice? I'm trying to think of like British, like kind of barkeep voice. I don't know, Vicky. Oh, maybe she's like Scottish. Nobody here yet. If you need a room though, it's 100G. Hi, would you happen to know if anything interesting is going on around here that we need to know about? You know what, I shouldn't announce what the accent I'm trying to do is and just do it and pretend like everything's intentional. What, do you think you can just waltz in as total strangers and expect me to dish out all the hot gossip? Is that what you think tavern keepers do? Yes. Well good, cause I'm just pulling your legs. I do love some good gossip. You seen that weird magician who hangs around the lake? Fauna, I think it was. What a character. I'm sure she'd have some interesting leads for you. If you want something less crazy, maybe try talking to Mint the blacksmith. She's got a good egg, that one. She made the swords and shields on the walls here. Oh, and that hot wolf guy over by the vendor stalls is trying to sell some treasure maps. I don't trust mysterious merchants who roll into town and start trying to pawn off treasure maps, but hey, maybe you do. That was a bit rough. Maybe you do. Oh hey, by the tree. I know where that is. And I've seen that spot in the caverns. Oh, excuse me. Grove. What voice do you have? Lots of interesting people around here lately. But that woman who stands in the center of the sanctuary and keeps shouting and posing dramatically is especially interesting. It's usually not so loud around here, if you were wondering. Oh wait, are you a woodland paladin too? I don't run into another one very often. I am, what a coincidence. Actually, I could use some help training as a woodland paladin. Would you happen to know anyone who could help with that? What, do you mean like me? No offense, but we just met. I'm also not much of a teacher, sorry. Well, do you know anyone else who can help? It's really important. We need to be at the top of our game and fast. Well, Noelle has helped me with my duties in the past. I know they're not the most gregarious, but maybe you could go ask them. Okay. Look at this goblin dancing on a table. And the nice party, hee hee. A Bella? What is that about? Okay. We can't take her anywhere. She has one hard lemonade and she gets like this. Oh, who's this rat? A rat? Wait, I guess we just haven't gotten their name yet. Hey, are you open to taking unsolicited advice from a stranger? Oh, I suppose so. When's the last time you swapped out those spell books you've got there? It's easy to get into a rut using the same thing, but you never know if other options might come in handy if you don't try them out. I know it's a bestseller for a reason, but there's more options for healing than just magical girl. What would you suggest then? Hey, I'm not out to tell you how to live your life. It sounds like you are. Only a little. Alright. I know the bard one has stuff. Not sure we're gonna find any hidden treasure in a public restroom. Okay. Oof, it can be tiring coming up with a lot of voices, especially when, like, you don't use much of them. Oh, gosh. Fauna, huh? Okay, those eyes are bigger than they are on the sprite. Look at that. Hello! No, wait. What voice for this person? Hello! I am a fauna. Hi, always been nice to meet a fellow spellcaster. Please, I am no mere spellcaster. I am a magician. I am able to peer deep into one's very soul. If one gazes long enough, my amazing mirror is able to reflect one's true self. Remind me to be careful around that mirror. Wow, I bet you've been on some interesting adventures with a skill set like that, Fauna. I mostly do children's birthday parties. However, if you have any use for my skills that do not involve entertaining children aged 6 to 11, the work would be appreciated. Actually, that might come in handy. Let's talk to her more when we have a moment. Are you in need of my skills? Fauna, I'm curious. How exactly did you get here? Fauna. It's like Smaug. Same as anyone else. A series of ill-advised life choices that I cannot undo, but I'm trying to make the best of regardless. Oh, sorry. I meant, how did you get to the sanctuary? I don't think I've ever seen you around town. Oh, I arrived via the astral plane, as I am wont to do. There's a convenient door to the south. Hey, if you've been to the Sever Islands corner of the astral plane, have you encountered a certain sleeping rabbit in there? Ah yes, the Dream Knight. I have heard the legends, same as any traveler of the astral plane. Why? I can't help but wonder what that guy's deal is, but he never responds when you try to talk to him. If you've got magic that can interface directly with the soul, maybe we could speak to him and see if he's okay. Most interesting, I had not considered this, but it seems you have found a challenge worthy of my skills. Very well then, meet me in the astral plane when you wish to to meet the Dream Knight. The Dream Knight has been added to the quest log. There we go, I was waiting for a character that would be good to do a French accent with. Also, let's ask about Woodland Paladin training. There's so much happening tonight. I'm glad I spent an extra hour on the stream. Hey Noel, this might be a weird thing to ask, but, well, I was wondering if you could help with my training. What? Now I feel like we're finally seeing where the divergence is based on what kind of paladin you pick. Like, because I picked a Woodland Paladin, we're talking to Noel. I'm a Woodland Paladin, you see, and a lot is riding on us right now. I think I could use some additional guidance. I'm not a paladin, Melody. Nor am I a teacher. I know. But you're the biggest nature expert I've met, and I don't have a lot of options. How flattering. Have you tried asking Grove? She's a Woodland Paladin herself. Grove said to ask you. And you're sure you want Woodland Paladin training? No going back. Wait, why? Could I change? I'm gonna be decisive. I'm positive. Well, you have been a big help with my animals. Actually, now that I think about it, there's something deep in the forest that Yasmin wanted to investigate with me. You could act as my bodyguard, and maybe along the way I could give you some pointers. Oh, that would be perfect. Very well then. Your friends can stay here and hold down the fort while we're gone. Can do. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. And I know you're a healer, but make sure you have some, you know, offensive options. Okay, I'll save that for later. I don't want to do that right now because I don't know how long that'll take. And I feel like it'll be a good challenge to do on the next stream. Right now, I'm going to go see about this astral plane door. Oh. Dang. There'd be a nice shortcut out of the sanctuary, but we gotta go the long way around? Oh, but never mind. Oh, there's the astral plane door. I must have found it earlier. Whoa, emerald armor. Look at that. Look at that big fella. Look at that dude. What was armor weak to water? I don't remember. Lightning, I think. I've definitely heard, now I'm thinking about it, I keep seeing your human comment, okay, in the chat. I've definitely heard that used in some other games, like a robot calling itself human. Oh cool, water is its weak. I forget where though. Wait, is there a water blade? No, ice blade. Oh, a lightning blade. Of course. Oh, rejuvenating the earthen shield, they can't move. Interesting. Targets one enemy in any other continent's area of effect. Wow. Anyway. Power up, Allison! I'm thinking maybe Jody should have the book then, actually. Because she's all about drawing aggro and taking the hits and stuff. Go give him hell! And we're gonna drizzle. We're gonna drizzle so that we get extra damage. Extra lightning damage. Oh, cast boulder. This is an earth elemental critter. Yeah, look at that weakness. Oh, Futurama, of course, Futurama. That probably is where I heard it, actually. Now that you say it. It makes sense, it's perfect. Oh man, multi-boulder again? That thing hits hard. Oh, poor guy flumped over. And it's also weak. It's also weak to that. Okay, blast beat time. Yeah. Was that an episode where Bender pretended to be a human or something? Oh, something decidedly alien is trying to pass as human. Oh, yeah. Yes, oh, yeah. I am most definitely not a space alien. Yeah. Reminds me of a, I think Game Grumps had a thing. They, like, pretended to talk like that in public around people, being like, yes, I enjoyed watching that movie with my human eyes. Far be it from me to steal a joke, though. That's the most I'm going to say on that. The biggest and baddest of the armor-type monsters on the island. It's so shredded that it resists being frozen or turned to stone, so don't count on immobilizing it. Of course, at 50% health, the arms of the armor fall off, leaving it pretty helpless. This is... Oh, no, Jody, not Allison. This is why balancing your upper and lower body without regimens is crucial, people. Workout regimens. Not without. Workout regimens. Oh, they immobilize us with vines. That's what the chains are. Okay. Treasure chest. Oh, it's a mimic. Look at that adorable mimic. Oh, hello, you cute actually. Normally I always attack you guys for funsies, but you scared off that other monster. It's giving me a hard time. So here, have this. Oh, thank you so much, mimic. Peace. Oh, I like the mimics. They're cool. Oh, and open that bush up. Aw, Mimic, you're cool. You're cool, Mimic. Blue. Oh wait, do we actually get... Do we just get like a pathway after? Oh no, we can't go along that coast. But let's go see Zinnia's, one of Zinnia's special places. Oh. Okay. I thought there was a gap in the trees, but we gotta go around. The long way. Oh. We can't, we gotta go around the long way there too. Man, I'm really loving this game. I'm glad that I took a chance on playing it. It's one of these games that has just not been covered by anybody, really. So I wasn't sure if it would be, like, safe. Again, maybe the biggest, like, image problem it has is calling it Super Lesbian Animal RPG means that, like, you're like, is this like a nasty game? Is this gonna be like kind of horny? And I'm like, you can understand my hesitation. And so far, not really. Maybe only vaguely. Like, you would have to be pretty horny to get a lot out of this game, I think, on that front. That's a lot of mana drain, wow. Yeah, seems to be a little Earthbound type RPG. That sounds about right. I also got... Initially, I got kind of Undertale vibes from it. Certainly, like, any RPG Maker game is going to have Undertale vibes just because that game was so influential, like, you can't escape it. But something about the attitude and being, like, accepting of monsters. Halt! It's not Paula, is it? Oh. Oh, fellow healer. Perfect. We're not really looking for a fight, so...
No. I've renounced my ways as a healer. The queen is up ahead, and only those who are truly worthy may have an audience. You must be screened thoroughly. And the duty has fallen upon me, Verena's most faithful follower, her strongest soldier.
Okay, no offense, but are you sure about that? It's not Paula? Or the boys, or...
You are still so naive. I will show you the error of your ways.
Oh my god. It's got a bazooka.
And that is why you are not ready. You are not prepared.
Shout out for all you WoW fans out there. Heavy jelly.
You think you've got what it takes? Only your strongest star power could possibly get through our barrier. And both sail works either. Unless we would live in the thing you've got.
Okay, this is a weird challenge I did not expect. Okay, you do everything to build up star power. I'm listening to their advice. I just realized that their eyes are on top of each other. They're not like... I thought its face was sideways with the jellies, but it's not. It's just... The eyes are just... The eyes are oriented correctly to the ground, but they're just positioned on top of each other. That's so silly. Counterattack? I guess. No, that doesn't make sense, because Jody's got aggro right now. I guess we'll attack to build up star power. Frost would normally work, but... I don't know. I'm gonna have Jody put barriers on everybody, I think. Oh! Protecting other people is gonna make Jody get star power too. Okay, cool. Alright, build up that star power, do it. Okay, I'm gonna build up to blast the beat. Blast the beat. Okay, Avalanche is a star power move, so let's do it. I was almost out of magic. And cracking the armor, I guess. Yeah. Oh, that was a weakness. Avalanche. Melody just casts a gust. Just this little gust of wind. Okay. Blast the beat. Oh, I should kick on theme song, really. Let's see. It might... The problem is that it might not work at all. I'm a little worried. Okay, Claritum Eden Ether. Or no, wait. We'll have Jody give Clary Ether. And she'll keep doing frosts to build up more stuff. This is interesting. This is an interesting little encounter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, Allison is all powered up. Oh, Jody did counter. It didn't do anything. Okay. I'm gonna do woodland healing. Alright, blast the beat! Yeah. Here's a little trivia for you while you're here, okay? Because I don't know if you followed the VODs. Bam! Oh, look at that. I don't know if you follow the VODs, but this game was ultimately based on, or was derived from... Yeah, no, it was based on the creator's first game, which was a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic game, which might make certain things make a little more sense if you know My Little Pony, which I admit that I don't really. But I've been informed that Melody is a lot like Fluttershy, I think. I think that's right. Oh crap, Righteous Blow is not a star power move. I guess let's just give everybody barriers. Why not? Yeah. Oh, do they have rights to MLP? Well, it was a free fan game. As far as I know, because they didn't sell it. This one, that's the thing. This one is totally separate, and I think it's unique. Oh wait, oh we almost have Magic Aura. Okay, man. Yeah. The fan game was Super Lesbian Horse RPG, which I only learned about this because when you go to type in on OBS the game title, the game category, it goes, one of the autocompletes was Super Lesbian Horse RPG, and I was like, what is that? But it's the same person who made this game, Bobby Schroeder. And apparently that there's the Super Lesbian RPG fan wiki has a page for it that was like, yeah, this is the game they made first. They made this one first, and then they based... This game is partly based off it, but it has to be totally different, I think. I think the main plot has to be different, because, like... I don't think there's, like, any earth-shattering things that you could do with My Little Pony. At least I don't think so. Not like this game does. You know, plus, I'm sure it's a lot easier having characters that are more human-shaped with hands and stuff.
But Steve, I was wrong about you. You are truly strong. Perhaps you are the one Verena has been waiting for. You may succeed.
Oh, wait, does this actually lead to... I thought that this was just... Where's it? Uncanny Valley. Oh, oops, we don't want to go here yet. Right. Okay, cool. I thought this hid another one of Zinnia's, like, special secret things. But this is actually how you go to the end of the game. That makes sense. That makes sense why you have to use all your star power moves and stuff. Oops. Never mind. Oh, hey, Danger. Dang, I'm hoping to find whatever... Zinnia was talking about one of her things. One of your things... One of her safe places has a, something that we can use, but I don't know what. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to Sanctuary and save, I think. Yeah. I think it's Allison is kind of like Rainbow Dash, I think. I don't know. I talked about this last time, but the only My Little Pony media that I've ever seen was a very old, My Little Pony, like direct-to-video thing from like the 90s. Because when we would have movie night, me and my siblings would take turns picking what movie to pick, and I think it must have been my sister's turn. But it's weird in retrospect, because in retrospect, she like was not really, I don't think she was really into My Little Pony at all. I don't know why she picked it. Because like she was more about like real horses and stuff. I guess it was just like, you know, it was her turn, and that was what she picked. And I seem to remember it was about like an evil queen, or a witch, or a queen witch, who she was like jealous that the ponies were having a good time. That was like the most that I can remember. Also, I feel bad about killing these misty specters because they're like elves, right? These might be the elves that died in whatever catastrophe happened. Like, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to just be killing them. Anyway. I'd love to extend that bridge. Let's stay at the inn while we're here. Oh, wait, what voice did I give Crow? Lots of interesting people around here lately. That woman who stands in the center of the sanctuary and keeps shouting pose. Oh, okay. Crow doesn't say anything new. This is the same dialogue we had before. Okay. I would like to stay for the night. Thank you. Oh, self-defense? Okay, yeah. Thank you, MK, for that excuse. It's probably the one I would have used, but you've given me permission. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna check. I think we only have one. Oh, not yet. Okay. We're gonna do Noel's mission next time. Become a fully fledged woodland paladin. So yeah, thank y'all for joining me. Wow, it's really great getting back on the horse. Coming back after a week away. Look forward to next time on Thursday. Even though I said I wasn't going to do highlight videos, I think I might eventually do them for the other ones, because I feel bad leaving the playlist. Like, I've got the playthrough on my main channel, kind of like, it's only got like 3 or 4 highlights videos for SLARPG, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to do it, but it'll just take a long time. I think after this game, I'm going to stop doing highlight videos, because it just takes so much time. I understand why professional YouTube people have editors now, because boy, it takes about the length, however long the stream is, it takes about that much time to do like a sloppy edit, and then on top of that, you still have to render, which takes time, and upload to YouTube, which takes a lot of time, even with my fast internet. So, you know, as much as I love it, I probably have to, you know, give that up. But who knows? Maybe one of these days I'll do like a video essay or something, or some fun something or other for my main channel, because I want to do something that's not just stream highlights, you know? And if I'm not doing stream highlights, then it leaves free time for me to do something else, something more creative. So thank y'all again for joining me, and I'm going to do the outro that I do for all of these streams, all these Super Lesbian RPG streams. Thanks, Minkay. You too. You have a good one too. Have a good one, as they say. Our heroes discover the barren wasteland that is the Uncanny Valley. Meanwhile, Verena's having second thoughts about removing about revoking magic from the world of reverie. Melody has found a potential teacher to improve her woodland paladin skills. What awaits her in the woods north of the Uncanny Valley Sanctuary? Find out next time on Super Lesbian Animal RPG. Oh, nobody else is playing this, or else we could raid. One of these days I'll actually raid another stream. See y'all.